W244DR Fitchburg, WOZN Madison, Madison Sports Talk. This is a Wisconsin Sports Zone update.
Well, the Badgers are looking for a bounce-back win. That's after falling to Oregon in the start of their West Coast road trip due to cold shooting, turnovers, and lack of cohesion on defense. Here's more from head coach Greg Gard.
More importantly, I think just the defensive end, specifically the second half, we were as discombobulated as I've seen us in a while. And credit Oregon for, they hit some tough shots, hit some shot clock shots, but I thought we were not as connected as we had been in a while, and I got to look through the tape and figure out why.
Badgers will now stay out west to take on Washington tomorrow night. The Huskies are 14-14 on the year, sitting in 12th place of the Big Ten, coming off a road win against Rutgers. This will be Wisconsin's first trip to Seattle to face Washington since 1955. Tip, that's on Saturday at 3. Turning to the Bucks, they've won 8 out of their last 10, including beating the Cleveland Cavaliers Wednesday night. Milwaukee currently sits 11th in the East and will welcome in the Knicks tonight to the Fiserv for a 7 o'clock tip.
For nearly 40 years, ABC of Wisconsin has been helping men and women transform themselves into well-paid, productive members of their construction teams. Today, we have 2,000 active apprentices in 10 different skilled trade programs, and we educate individuals in more trades than anyone else. To get your career started, go to buildyourcareerwi.org or just search online for ABC of Wisconsin.
Packers GM Brian Gutekunst says they would like to keep Romeo Doubs in Green Bay. The wide receiver is set to be a free agent next month. Speaking the NFL Combine earlier this week, Gutekunst said he'd love to have him back. He'd be a big part of the team if he is. Doubs is ranked as the 6th best free agent wide receiver by The Athletic. Gutekunst also sent mixed messages about keeping or releasing defensive end Rashawn Gary. For the Wisconsin Sports Zone Network, I'm Ebo.
Play it safe? Nah.
You gotta fight for your right.
We don't abide by your rules. Sometimes it's okay to get unruly. This is Over the Line from the Alpine Liquor Studio. Alpine Liquors, Dane County's largest independently owned liquor store. Proudly serving DeForest and beyond.
Well, we made it to Friday, the weekend upon us. Let us all rejoice. RJ even bright and early. What's up, RJ?
Oh, nothing much. What's going on?
I'm ready for the weekend that is, buddy.
Yeah.
Ready, Wisconsin basketball getting a little get-right game, hopefully, against the Washington Huskies. First time since 1955 that they've played there in Seattle to take on Washington. I do believe that's the correct year. Wild to say. So we got that. Bucks tonight against the Knicks, but I guess we're all kind of just more looking at the NFL Combine. Now, will you sit down and watch the Combine on the boob tube, RJ? Will you do that? I watched
no. Yeah, not at all.
Remember years and years and years ago, Reggie McKenzie for the Raiders?
Mm-hmm.
There was a clip of him sleeping in the stands of the Combine while players were doing the 40-yard dash or whatever the hell they were doing. They cut to Reggie McKenzie, who was at the Raiders then, and he was just taking a little snoozer. Matt LaFleur doesn't even go to the Combine. The Packers just send their scouting staff. And, I guess it gives you something a little bit to talk about. Like the 40-yard dash, that's something. Or I guess the bench, how many reps can you put up?
Yeah. You don't like the 3-cone drill? It's a big one.
It is a big one. I'm trying to remember. Was it the 3-cone drill or was it the long jump that our guy Rowdy hurt himself doing? Remember that?
I think it was the 3-cone drill.
I think it was the 3-cone drill because he went around like the second or third cone.
Yeah, I was like,
and he rolled an ankle. And then we heard him bitching about that injury for probably the next 3 years, 2 years about it. It's like, all right, dude. No, we had the Combine. For Wisconsin's sake of things, there's only Mason Reiger and Vinny Anthony there. I did see Mason Reiger. What did he run, a 4.7, I think? was what I saw.
4.76, 7.
Oh, 4.78.
Yeah.
4.78 run. That was his official 40-yard dash for Mason Reiger.
There you go.
Quite the mustache he has on him too, by the way. It's very. I assume you saw him.
Quite the must. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, if you look from a distance, it looks like a very peculiar mustache that you probably wouldn't want. I guess Charlie Chaplin wore that mustache the best.
Oh.
When you see it from a distance.
Yeah.
You know,
Well,
you know mustache.
some people don't have.
You know what mustache I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah. But then you get a little closer to. Oh, okay. It does have a little. It does go a little longer than just kind of in the middle of the nose. But yeah, the mustache has made itself back in a big way, RJ, these past couple of years.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever just rocked a mustache? I can't.
No.
I can't grow one. So
Yeah, I don't have that ability like Grant does.
yeah, I can't grow one. I don't think I've ever seen Grant Bills without a mustache, unless I think G-Dub sent me an old cross country picture of Grant running when he was in high school, and let's just say the lack of mustache wasn't the most alarming thing about it. It's the shorts. No, but yeah, it's the combine underway, and then coming out though were interesting things out of the combine. Romeo Dobbs, for example. Brian Gutekunst speaking to the media the other day talking about how he wants Romeo Dobbs back. Pretty crowded wide receiver room. Would you like Romeo Dobbs back, Packer fans?
Sure.
Yeah, he's rated as the 6th best free agent according to the wide receiver according to the Athletic. Let's see here. And then there's Rashawn Gary. Rashawn Gary, Gutekunst said he'd like to see him back, but then also at the same time, he's kind of playing both sides here. He's on a roster. I expect him to play at that level or higher if he's back next year, and we'll see how that goes. So he's had some positive, I don't want to say they're negative, but varying opinions. And then out of the NFL, though. Oh, boy. We had some grades coming out for each and every team. And the Green Bay Packers, some of the grades they got, a little alarming. And this is all from the players' perspective. This is all, the players were polled and asked about this. And the grades coming out aren't, some of them are good, and some are a little alarming when it comes to our Green Bay Packers. In fact, I'll just give you a little primer. Head coach Matt LaFleur dropped a full letter grade this season and ranked second to last in the league in respect for players. And again, these are the players that gave out grades for each and every team. If you played for the team, you gave a grade for your team. Matt LaFleur dropped a full letter grade this season, ranked second to last in the league in respect for players. Now, take this with a grain of salt.
That extension.
Still, I don't know any details of the extension, by the way.
Also, both Grant and Mike have said those grades are filed before the 5-game losing streak.
They were?
Yeah.
Oh, incredible. Yeah, maybe it dipped even more than that.
So there's that.
I don't think we were supposed to see these. I think that Zach was telling me last night that these got leaked.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got leaked.
Because last year, remember Woody Johnson got all upset that the Jets were last in like almost everything?
Yeah.
He's like, hey, I don't like this.
You weren't supposed to see that.
And then they're supposed to be, yeah.
So all of them getting leaked. And the Packers, there's some on there that are just like eyebrow raising when it comes to, not just Matt LaFleur got a B-. He got a B- for the overall grade. I don't know if these are weighted grades or what they are, but also there was some people are pretty peeved that there wasn't child care at Lambeau Field. Child care, like daycare.
On game day.
Yeah, yes, correct. On game day.
Which seems pretty easy to do.
I mean, we'll get into it. I mean, there's a whole list of
sell
things.
some more stock.
Or I don't know. These bring a babysitter or a nanny with you. These players make more money than you never know what to do. I don't know.
Yeah, but I think they're saying you still got to put them in the stands then, rather than
That's true.
having
Yeah,
some place
that is
where
true.
they could be.
then they would have to be in the stands.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see here. Well, there's a lot of grades coming up. We'll get to those. But Matt LaFleur, again, second to last in the league for a respect, RESPECT, for the players. Maybe LaFleur's holding out on who does his eyebrows and they want in. Maybe, I assume LaFleur goes to the team barber that all the other guys go to. So maybe I don't know. Matt LaFleur. My thing, I don't think he respects the fans either. Remember when he tried to fight that Lions fan, RJ?
Well, that's an opposing fan, not.
True, but this guy was holding the American flag, and Matt LaFleur wanted to whoop this guy's ass on field. It was Matt LaFleur. Other than that, we got some spring training for Brewers, and it's just an It Friday, man. Anything you want to do, feel free to get it. 608-321-1670. Mississippi Drew already texting in. Using my real name. Spelled my last name wrong, though. That's fine.
Oh.
Happy Friday. Have a good show today, my friend. Thank you, Drew. And we're glad you're back from vacation. Would love to hear from you again. And Grant's they're still at the Combine today, right? I think.
In the morning. So Bill is live, and then they're leaving. So hopefully Grant has a good clip show to put together.
Yeah. Well, hopefully, because I'm the one who's going to have to load it, and he hasn't told anything to me about it. So.
Oh yeah, he's been announcing it on his show all.
Oh, it'd be
Yeah, so he'll probably let you know.
kind of nice if he announced it to me.
Yeah. Well, you might want to send him a text. Be
No,
like,
I'll do that. I'm like, hey, do you need some help here back at the mother base?
You
Would love to know.
You need anything?
Would love to know. All right, 608-321-1670. Let's see, our guy Badger Trio. Streaming online, twitch.tv. Search my name, Ebo Says. Hit the follow on YouTube. Go to YouTube, just Ebo Says. Hit the subscribe. On Twitch now. Or, I'm sorry, Twitter now as well, aka X. But on Twitch, the Badger Trio says, this is the last year for grades. Owners banned it. Owners banned it. Yeah, again, go back to Woody Johnson there. Packers dropped to 20s in overall grade. Near bottom of conditioning and recovering. Medical team stinks, confirmed by players. Yeah, there's all of that. And our guy Shaners says, the treatment of families is all because of no child daycare. Tucker Kraft has been preaching that for a while now. I'm going to be honest. I've never once thought of football and daycare. But again, I guess I'm not a player there and I don't have a family and kids to worry about. That's never once crossed my mind.
Yeah.
Drew, how's it spelled? Sorry. No worries, Drew. You just forgot. Drew, you forgot an E in my last name. You can figure out where it is. I'll let you know if you get it right. All right, 608-321-1670. Go, caller.
Good morning, guys. How are you?
Was that Kermit?
Well.
No, sort of. It's me trying to wake up.
Oh!
How far away from your phone are you right
Scott,
now?
I'm on Cloud 9.
Fantastic.
And RJ, I'm probably about maybe 3 feet, maybe.
How does it sound so good?
Give me 3 steps.
Leonard Skinner.
Well done, Scott.
So it sounds pretty good today.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we got to see it as it goes, but we'll see, Scott, yeah.
Yeah. I have a question about Willis, the backup quarterback.
Yeah, Malik Willis, yeah.
Have you heard anything about him being traded?
He will not be traded,
he's
Scott.
a free
He's a
agent.
free agent.
And might be commanding $30 million.
Yep. He will be gone from the Green Bay Packers.
He will not be
In fact, he is gone.
a Packer.
Have you ever noticed when the Packers get a really good quarterback, they won't spend the money to keep him?
Well, why would they,
Well,
Scott, when they
they-
got
they-
Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers, and now Jordan Love?
Yeah. You just got to find a capable backup. I mean, for a while, some of Brett Favre's backups went on to become starting quarterbacks elsewhere, like Mark Brunell, Aaron Brooks, the Detmers. Doug Peterson left to go be a backup somewhere else. But the Packers always had capable backups and didn't really need to pay anybody to be a backup.
Scott, if you had a Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers, would you pay the backup gobbles of money?
Good point. Good point.
Thank you.
The,
I'm full of them.
the second the second thing about, I was thinking about when you were talking about these grade things for the coaches and stuff. How many jobs have you had that you really didn't like your boss or the situation, but you knew that you had to put up because it was part of your job?
All of them.
I don't know what RJ and I absolutely love our bosses. We would never have any complaints against them. They're saints.
No. What I'm talking about is I've had jobs to where I like my job, but I was in a mood and I felt like complaining about it.
Oh, you were in the
And maybe.
Scott, who was your most? At what place of employment was your most loathed boss?
Now that you're retired, you can.
Yeah.
You know, I had bosses that like somebody didn't. You know who I really like is Carl from Miller's. They were
Miller.
really,
We love Miller's and Sons, yeah.
Besides Chuck E. Cheese, which I never do again, is I had to clean grease traps when I worked for Hardee's.
Oh, Hardee's. Oh, yeah. They put you down in the grease traps, eh? Yeah, damn it.
No, with a bucket.
A bucket and a shovel?
Shovel and a bucket.
No, a bucket.
Just
I'm
a
not
bucket.
talking about.
How did you put the grease into the bucket then? With your hands?
Good question.
No, a grease trap.
Yeah.
Okay, but this is a under sink trap. You know, not the big one.
Not like a grease pit. Okay.
No. And as far as that grading goes, is like you said, you have to take it with a grain of salt.
Well, these are the players, Scott, talking about. So I take them at their word there.
You know what I thought of is Aaron Rodgers with Mike McCarthy. How many times did they argue about something? Rodgers just complained about something that he didn't like.
I don't know, Scott. I think they've got along pretty well until about the 2018 season.
No. Well, I was just trying to think of some players that when LaFleur or say McCarthy was a coach, that guys didn't get along very well, or look at what's his name, Jim McMahon.
Sure.
He didn't like anybody.
Sure.
He didn't like anybody.
No.
Yeah.
No. He did say playing for the Packers was the best team he ever played for.
He didn't do anything.
Correct.
For the Super Bowl, he's the backup. He just sat there and got the ring.
Yeah. No, that's fine. You know, you need those people too.
Yeah. Who did the original Moni Moni?
Tommy James and the Shondells.
Yep. Light My Fire.
The Doors.
Seasons.
Donovan.
Time of the season.
Oh,
No.
Zombies.
Time of the season. Yes. You get very evil. Take me home tonight.
Edward Currency.
Yep.
I'm 18.
Oh, that's good. Alice Cooper.
Yeah, I did. That's funny.
Wow.
We got jokes here, Scott. We got jokes.
Yeah, All Star.
Smash Mouth.
Yep. Saving and So.
I think that's the first time he's ever done that.
Weezer.
Yep, Weezer. Say it ain't so. Your love is a heartbreaker.
Let me say it again. Say it isn't so.
Hall Notes. No. Who is it?
Yeah, that's Hall & Oates.
Hall Notes?
Say It Ain't So.
Hall & Oates, yep.
Weezer.
Yeah. Rome.
What? Rome?
Yeah.
I don't know.
B-52s.
That's right.
Yes.
I'm so excited.
So the Pointer Sisters.
Yep. Take me in your arms and rock me.
Gina, to you. Nightly.
I'm not
the Doobie Brothers.
Yep. Love you guys. Happy Friday.
Have a great weekend, Scott. See you, brother.
Bam. Nailed it.
Well done, RJ.
We did good.
Well done.
We did Good.
Nice to start the show off with the trivia, just like a Band-Aid. Line 2, good morning.
No way. Scott added a new song that wasn't in his 3-week rotation. Unbelievable.
I don't think he's ever done Smash Mouth's All-Star before, unless I'm misremembering. But that was
No.
We are going on a few years here.
That's true.
We're going on a decade of songs.
You guys obviously know, like the rest of us know, that it just comes back around. And the same song comes back around and comes back around. Every
Add
3
that
weeks
to
or a
the
month.
Spotify playlist.
Well, how do you think radio
Yeah.
works? Radio always plays the same songs.
Are we ever going to release that Spotify playlist?
I think it's out. I got to add.
It
to
is out.
Oh.
Yeah,
yeah.
I found it.
Yeah, Scott's Infinite Playlist. I gotta keep adding to it. I stopped adding to it. I gotta keep. Yeah, if you go to
Take care of this phone call. I got to look for this playlist.
okay, I don't even know how to find playlists. You type in on Spotify Scott's Infinite, right? Is that what I called it? Infinite Playlist. I think.
I mean, you should have the playlist on the side.
No, I do. I just don't know how to. I don't know how to work with Spotify. Really, I was an Apple Music guy for the longest time, and I have Spotify. I'll figure it out. It's up there somewhere.
Too bad it's not on Apple Music. I'd add it to the Gregapalooza playlist that G-Dub has tasked me with, since I have Apple Music on my phone. And
Yeah, I gotta get back to Apple Music. Spotify, their shuffle is just terrible. You go to shuffle on Spotify, plays the same freaking song every time.
What does Scott do at Chuck E. Cheese? Was he the giant mouse?
Yeah, he was Charles. Yeah, he was Charles Entertainment Cheese.
Before the animatronics or whatever.
No, the animatronics band has now been put to pasture. That was probably around the same time. I mean, that band started like in the '80s and went all the way to probably the early 2000s.
Scott's legend might be more than we think. I mean, his uncle or whatever invented choking, or grandfather, whatever heck it was.
Invented
that his work.
Invented choking people.
Great grandfather.
Yep.
Grandfather, that's right. And then, hell of a bagger at Miller's, and then the last mouse at Chuck E. Cheese in Madison. Wow.
I don't think he was the last mouse.
He was just one of. He was part of the
mices.
lineage.
And
Okay.
And then he worked at
Taco Bell.
Taco Bell. He knew Rocky
He knew Rocky
because he worked at Rocky.
Hey!
He picked up some limited Spanish while working at Taco Bell.
Yeah.
He was the greatest mobile DJ to ever
Was there a
work around the
stop at
greater Iowa
McDonald's in
County
there?
area.
Was there a stop at McDonald's in there?
Well, I'm not sure. He's like done it all, dude.
Could have been doing the fast food tour.
Yeah,
One quick thing. Roger, you been going to state wrestling this week, or?
I wasn't able to make it last night. Had to take my mom to the airport this morning, so didn't get to go down.
Ooh.
Had to make it a pretty early night. Dropped her off at the airport this morning at 5 a.m.
Little travel for Mama Brockman.
was nice of you, RJ.
And then I'll actually be maybe visiting Joe from Iowa tonight. So I'm going to be in Dubuque for Here Come the Mummies.
Here Come the Mummies.
What is that?
It's this group. They're dressed as mummies, and they do.
Oh, those guys.
Yeah. Like, you know who they are.
Yeah.
They're like dressed as mummies, and nobody knows who they are, and they're like a rotating group of artists.
But they rock.
And it ranges from they're a session band that's making money on the side because their label won't let them tour, to they're actually really famous artists from different bands that are coming together to do like rock, and it ranges from like kind of ska type rock to punk rock kind of stuff to they're very eclectic in their rock genre, and they do kind of some double entendres suggestive songs that aren't really over the line, but they're pretty funny.
Oh, there we go, baby.
Yeah. So
Local, going back to wrestling, local Madison TVs all over. Nobody can get tickets. They're sold out. Well, guess what? You can buy them in advance, people.
Oh no, I know that. But even when that happened, people would get messages that sessions are sold out. So like something is seriously wrong with what, and the people who are saying they got tickets are the ones whose the head coaches bought tickets already and are distributing them, or the school bought tickets already and are distributing them. The common person who, like some of these stories are, my son or daughter qualified for state and they weren't planning on going otherwise, and the ticket allotment from the school is already distributed. The provider they're using this year only allows one transfer. So what are we doing here?
What are we doing here?
Us poors can't get tickets.
Right.
Saying.
So right now, like we had some kids who nobody said they wanted tickets, and we're like, oh yeah, just go online, buy tickets. All sessions are sold out right now, which doesn't make any sense because
Oh, what?
What?
yeah, you cannot buy tickets to any session right now. You can go online.
Couldn't you in years past just walk up and buy it right away?
Yeah, but now they're doing it all online. You cannot go buy at the window at the Kohl Center.
What?
Yeah,
Why?
don't know. So like some of these
That's so bizarre.
some of these are actual like issues that are taking place.
And you can't buy
and-
any online now. You said they're all sold out?
Like I would, because we had some people
What?
who were like, I went to buy it and it says the session's sold out. I'm like, okay, as a coach, let me see if I can log in and do something. And even for me, it was like, because I already bought my tickets.
Yeah.
And it's like, you've reached your allotment. I was like, well, I mean, I haven't, because I can get up to like 15 tickets.
So what,
and
the bots and scalpers all buy them up? They're going to resell
I
them?
don't, yeah, I don't know what happened there, but like you
Dude.
can only do one transfer, and it's weird. So
The internet and getting rid of cash to buy things is ruined everything.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
so yeah, there is some legitimacy,
So
and I've seen
stupid.
all the comments of people be like, you can purchase them in December. Well, if you're not planning on going unless your kid qualifies, and you didn't know like some of these, it's like my kid wasn't expected to even like be in, the top 4 for the semifinals for sectionals, let alone qualify for state. What am I buying a state ticket for in December when they become available?
Right.
So some of it is waiting, but some of it is I think there's something wrong with the system the WIAA is using this year for
So
ticketing.
dumb, dude.
Yep. Sounds about right. WIA always screwing everything up.
Cash is king. Cash
Yep.
is king.
All right, boys, stay gangster.
Yeah,
See you,
kind of
bro.
like in D2, the number 1 and number 2 ranked kid in the state are meeting in the quarterfinals.
Oh.
So that's a little weird.
I guess Mike said goodbye. Didn't even realize it. Goodbye, Mike. Adios. Nothing pisses me off more than, oh, sorry, we don't accept cash. It's legal tender.
Yeah. What do you mean you don't accept this? Read the sign.
Pretty soon they'll just put you on a social credit system and facial recognition technology.
Buy enough to like not get change and be like, here, just keep it. It's fine.
So stupid, dude.
Yeah.
All right, 608-321-1670. We'll take a little break here. Come right back, sir.
Guess I'll just close my eyes. Oh yeah, alright. Feels good inside. Flip on the telly, wrestle with Jimmy. Something is bubbling behind my back. The bottle is ready to blow. Say it ain't so. Your joke is a heartbreaker. Say it ain't so. My love is a life taker.
You're hit. You're bleeding, man. I ain't got time to bleed.
This is Over the Line on the Wisconsin Sports Zone Radio Network.
seconds. Over the Line will resume in 2 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 1 minute. Over the Line will resume in 30 seconds.
Okay. Mike and Portage, thanks for bringing this up. And RJ, and I just Googled. I didn't hear about this till right now. And I did a quick Google search for WIA wrestling. I don't even know how this is possible.
It's not.
Every single session is already sold out and has been sold out?
Apparently.
Has that ever happened before? Here's an article right here. Parents upset at WIA wrestling ticket process after a quick sellout. They're now asking for a change. Parents of student athletes qualifying for the Wisconsin State Wrestling Tournament say they were left scrambling for tickets after the event sold out before both qualifying rounds were even completed.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
Well, I mean, a lot of it, they were sold out before, like, state. Last week, I had a.
This has never happened. You used to be able to just walk right up and buy tickets there for the session.
Last week, I had a couple of buddies who were like, because I have my coaching tickets, and
by the way, in the article, RJ, they say if you're a parent, reach out to your wrestling coach to secure more tickets because they can help you.
Oh, you know what?
You are Madison Memorial's wrestling coach.
That time frame for coaches to purchase tickets or the school to purchase tickets has ended when the public window opens. So come February 10th, we can't do squat. I can log in using my login, be like, doodly doodly doo, I want some tickets.
Doodly doodly doo.
And I even tried it just because I had some friends a couple weeks ago been like, oh, we're looking for
help
the
reach out.
finals and like the semifinals. So like tonight and then tomorrow night. And I was like, yeah, let me see what I can do because they were.
You were
a couple
denied.
weeks ago.
You were denied.
Yeah, after that February 10th window opened.
Well, according to the WIA, the ticketing process has remained the same for over a decade.
It's something changed this year.
Member schools get the first opportunity to purchase as many tickets as they need in January. Next in line are the WIA Wrestling Tournament's annual ticket holders, of which there are about 6,000.
I will say the first event to sell out the Kohl Center was the first wrestling state finals that was held there.
First ever at the Kohl Center?
That's the first ever event to completely sell out.
And it hasn't
the
happened
Kohl Center.
since.
Well, no. I'm saying like the state finals, just the state finals, the last session.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I got you.
So that 99-2000 year when it opened, in February of 2000, the state finals session, so the 7 p.m. session of the individual state tournament, was the first event to sell out the Kohl Center. So it's a popular ticket, but there's no way.
But every session
is sold out because
bizarre.
On Thursday and Friday, even in the semifinals, there's not always a full third deck.
No.
Yeah. So this year, I've never go back and even think of and I know a lot of this is popping up on Facebook and social media. And anybody who pays a little attention to this kind of stuff, do you ever remember seeing stories like this in the past decade, even though they haven't changed their process? But yes, they changed their process this year.
I've never seen it. I've never.
Because before, I've missed a deadline before, and they
would
were
you say
able to open the portal back up.
Would you say
now if you missed it this year, they even put out a thing. We've changed to GoFan this year or something like that. And they're like, if you miss your portal time, we do not have the opportunity to reopen it for you.
So in every year's past, you'll be able to go up to the ticket office and buy a ticket, right? And walk in the session. Is that now gone, or is it they're not doing it because it's sold out, wink, wink?
No, I believe that is gone. It's fully online.
Just fully online.
Now. So I don't understand why you can't go up, pay, and they can send you a ticket. But right now, you can go try to buy a ticket for any of the remaining sessions, and it'll tell you it's sold out.
Bizarre.
Yeah.
Maybe that's a testament to how fast girls wrestling is growing. Everyone wants.
No.
There's
This is a testament to something changed in their system, and they better get it figured out for next year because it's going to continue this way. And it's not happening because this is the third year of girls state. It's the second year, or is it the fourth year? So it's either the third or fourth year of girls state, and the second or third year it's in Madison with the boys, because the first year it wasn't official because the WIAA didn't want to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go. Let's promote the sport, but we're not going to host the state tournament. And then so basically the coaches got together and were like, all right, we're creating a state tournament. We'll hold it at the lacrosse center, and we will recognize state champions, even though the next year was the first year the WIAA recognized girls wrestling as
maybe it just sold out. Maybe everyone wanted tickets and it sold out.
Maybe. And maybe.
Maybe.
So awesome.
But I just remember being able to buy tickets where you walk right up and buy tickets.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, you could do that last year, too.
Yeah. 608-321-1670, line 1. Good morning.
It's Thomas on air.
Thomas on air. Good morning, Thomas. How are we? What's going on?
Good morning. I'm doing well. I
back
would love
at it,
to
baby.
Talk. What?
I said you're back at it, baby.
Back at it. Boom shakalaka. Can you give me that boom shakalaka little guy that you got? Beautiful for a Friday. So I'd like to talk NCAA March Madness bracket. And you know why?
Because it's coming up?
Yeah. It's timely and it's relevant.
Wow. How did I know?
Well, Yeah, I mean, you guys are smart. Good morning, RJ, by the way.
Morning.
Happy Friday.
And to you.
Same.
Thank you. All right, anyway, let's get into this. So every year, guys, I tell myself I'll just stick to one bracket, right? I think that can go for a lot of people. I'll make careful picks, maybe even look at some stats, look at, Joe Lenardi and Jay Billis and try to be thoughtful about it. But somehow every year it snowballs. Guess how many brackets I got right now?
2.
RJ?
Because you just said you stick to one, so I'm just saying
Yeah.
I got 2. You
I
doubled
have
up.
one paid one, and then I do 2 that are not paid just for fun. But one of them, you still get a prize out of it.
I have 5 already going right
Well, you son of a gun, Thomas.
5.
So there's the
Jeez.
so hold on. You got to hear me out. Hold on. So you got to hear me out. Hold the phone.
We're
Hold the
holding.
phone.
We're holding.
There is the number one bracket, as I call it. Like that is the one, right? There's the rando bracket, like that's the coin flip kind of type of bracket. There's the underdog bracket. There's the gut instinct bracket, and then there's a bracket simply where I will pick based on my favorite mascot.
Oh, there you go.
But my question is, how many brackets is too much?
How much can one man handle, Thomas? I think that's up for debate. For me, I'll do 2 or 3.
2 3, as we say in the Midwest.
About 350. How about you, RJ?
2 3.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
depends how many people ask me how much.
So I guess my question is like, is more than 5 then too much? Like just play it real. Like
play it real. You can do it. God gave you free will. If you want to do more than 5, do more than 5, my brother. If you got the money to,
okay.
If they're paid ones and you got enough money to do it, by golly, go do it.
Sweet, because I have a friend that in the past has usually.
What does he say? What does he say?
He has like a buy-in, kind of like you mentioned.
Yep.
And there was one year where I put $20 in.
Ooh, big spender.
And I did bull crap in it so bad. Like $20, like the max. Like
yeah.
I think it's like maybe $8 or $10 maybe $5. I don't remember, but
riveting. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, whatever you want to do. Again, God gave you free will, Thomas. If you want to do 1, you want to do 5, you want to do 10, you want to do whatever it is. Do what you want to do.
A million.
You choose free will.
And can I finally leave you with some motivation?
I would love nothing more.
You would love nothing more
than motivation from. Is it Thomas on air or on air Thomas? Which one is it now?
It's either one actually.
Oh, interchangeable. Okay.
If you flip it around, don't really matter to me.
Okay.
I got no beef or anything. So
no beef here. All right, give us your motivational quote as we go to break here.
Okay, sounds good. Oh, sorry, that's my alarm. I got to call Cal 97
It's
here
motivation
for their,
time.
Triple play. According to the Daily Motivator, away from frustration, anything that frustrates you also energizes you and can push you to take corrective action. But what if the source of your frustration is entirely beyond your control and influence? Even in that case, you still have options. Instead of letting your frustration get the best of you, take time to calmly examine the situation. Is there a possible path for you to gain more control over what is creating the frustration? If so, develop a plan, put it into action, and get yourself positioned to fix the problem. If that's not possible, another option is likely more accessible. You can take steps to remove yourself from the influences of whatever is causing your frustration. Look for alternatives such as different products, providers, services, processes, situations, or routines. So basically, in a nutshell, if there's something that frustrates you, take time to calmly examine the situation. So that is what On Air Thomas has for you. Hey, everybody, go for your dreams, baby. Boom shakalaka. Thomas On Air is out on a Friday.
Boom shakalaka, shakalaka, shaka.
God gave me free will, just like he gave Thomas free will. I should have used my free will to. Who? Oh, that's.
Oh.
Again, Hot UWL Thomas turned to Hot Take Thomas turned to On Air Thomas. I'm telling you, this dude is like the Terminator. He is the Terminator. He doesn't stop. He never stops. He doesn't stop. Okay?
That Terminator is out there. It can't be bargained with. It can't be reasoned with. It doesn't feel pity or remorse or fear. And it absolutely will not stop. Ever. Ever. Until you are dead.
Until he tells you his take on air. I should have used my free will to hit that.
You could implement the rule we've done for fantasy football. If you talk about your fantasy football team, you will get hung up.
I'm honestly, the phone calls that he does, I can't help. G-Dub says he's the most entertaining caller we have.
Well, I know. And I see G-Dub's on here already,
G-Dub just
so
said, I love this. I'm standing up and I'm clapping right now.
Yeah.
You've heard of seppuku? Do you know what seppuku is? Sometimes that's what I think of when... Anyways. I gotta go to break. I gotta take a lap. We'll be right back.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass.
This is Over the Line.
And I'm all out of bubblegum.
On the Wisconsin Sports Zone Radio Network.
Over the Line will resume in 5 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 4 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 3 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 2 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 1 minute. Over the Line will resume in 30 seconds.
All right, welcome back in. A little shorty right here. Jeez. I was in the break room a little too long there. Got caught up in a conversation with Johnny Danger. There was free cake in the break room. Don't tell Grant Bills. He might just lose his mind. All right, we got to get to these Packers. Well, all the NFL, but the Green Bay Packers and their grades as graded by players. A survey obtained by ESPN. It leaked. We weren't supposed to see this. It was for private eyes, if you will. And now it is out there. And Matt LaFleur dropped a little bit in the rankings here. Letter grades, I should say, when it comes to coaches around the league. And players also hacked off about no child care on game day for Lambeau. Hopefully 7:30 we'll go to Gambler to Stars. I think Dave Essler. He's got to confirm it still from pregame.com. We'll do a little gambling. Ask him about Wisconsin and Washington tomorrow night. We'll see what happens there. Badgers need a little bounce back after playing some lackadaisy defense, careless with the ball, and just couldn't shoot the three, which they live and die by. We got that coming up. Stick around.
Your ass is already on the line. The only question is, what are you going to do about it?
This is Over the Line on the Wisconsin Sports Zone Network.
Over the Line will resume in 3 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 2 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 1 minute. Over the Line will resume in 30 seconds.
All right, a lot of you commenting here that UWL Thomas, a.k.a. Hot Take Thomas, a.k.a. Thomas on Air, or On Air Thomas, whatever it is, that he's a plant. He's a plant. I once thought that he could have been a plant from another station to bring us down. Or that he's effing with us. Thomas, if you're still listening, feel free to call back in and explain yourself. But I've done some research. I did some digging. Did my own private investigating. He's not a plant. He's not the Manchurian candidate from within. He's not messing with us. That's him. That's him. Again, I've equated him to the Terminator. He will not stop until his take, as good or bad as it is, he will not stop until you hear it. He's just a man. I've done some digging. He is a one of one. He is a one of one. That's wild to say that is. A one of one. All right. Well, Romeo Dobbs makes some chatter. Rashawn Gary, Green Bay Packers, also report cards out. We'll get to that momentarily here right after the top of the hour sports flash. But Thomas is real. Thomas is real. Lord help us all. All right, coming up, Packers grades, all NFL grades. And what are they going to do with some players here? Romeo Dobbs, you want him back? Rashawn Gary, restructure? Brian Gutekunst, the ball's in your court. We'll be right back.
This is a Wisconsin Sports Zone update.
Well, the Badgers are looking for a bounce-back win. That's after falling to Oregon in the start of their West Coast road trip due to cold shooting, turnovers, and lack of cohesion on defense. Here's more from head coach Greg Gard.
More importantly, I think just the defensive end, specifically the second half, we were as discombobulated as I've seen us in a while. And credit Oregon for, they hit some tough shots, hit some shot clock shots, but I thought we were not as connected as we had been in a while, and I got to look through the tape and figure out why.
Badgers will now stay out west, take on Washington tomorrow night. The Huskies are 14-14 on the year, sitting in 12th place of the Big Ten, coming off a road win against Rutgers. This will be Wisconsin's first trip to Seattle to face Washington since 1955. Tip, that's on Saturday at 3. Turning to the Bucks, they've won 8 out of their last 10, including beating the Cleveland Cavaliers Wednesday night. Milwaukee currently sits 11th in the East and will welcome in the Knicks tonight to the Fiserv for a 7 o'clock tip.
For nearly 40 years, ABC of Wisconsin has been helping men and women transform themselves into well-paid, productive members of their construction teams. Today, we have 2,000 active apprentices in 10 different skilled trade programs, and We educate individuals in more trades than anyone else. To get your career started, go to buildyourcareerwi.org or just search online for ABC of Wisconsin.
Packers GM Brian Gutekunst says they would like to keep Romeo Doubs in Green Bay. The wide receiver is set to be a free agent next month. Speaking the NFL Combine earlier this week, Gutekunst said he'd love to have him back. He'd be a big part of the team if he is. Doubs is ranked as the 6th best free agent wide receiver by The Athletic. Gutekunst also sent mixed messages about keeping or releasing defensive end Rashawn Gary. For the Wisconsin Sports Zone Network, I'm Ebo.
Play it safe? Nah.
You gotta fight for your right.
We don't abide by your rules. Sometimes it's okay to get unruly. This is Over the Line from the Alpine Liquor Studio. Alpine Liquors, Dane County's largest independently owned liquor store. Proudly serving DeForest and beyond.
All right, welcome back in. Happy Friday. It's an It Friday, real freaky Friday. With that, report cards are out. Report cards are out. The NFL Player Association report cards. They were leaked. ESPN acquired the full results for 2026, and the Green Bay Packers have taken a tumble in their grades. Hey, is everything all right at home? Are you getting bullied? Are you not eating enough food? Do you need glasses to see the chalkboard? Why are your grades slipping, Packers? Why? The Green Bay Packers, after finishing 7th in 2025, 3rd in 2024, and 6th in 2023, for all their grades, the Packers fell all the way back to 21st, with knocks against the training department, the head coach, and the offensive coordinator in creating the steep decline for the Packers. Over 1,700 players from across the NFL contributed to report cards, which gave players a chance to grade teams on a variety of different factors, okay? And the survey was conducted between November 2nd and December 11th. That's even before the Packers season hit the tubes and fell apart. So the NFLPA also added several categories, new categories, broadening the report's scope to provide a better overall picture of all 32 teams. All 32 teams. Some of them not looking good for the Packers. Again, in 2025, their overall rank was 7th. This year, 21st. Falling in rankings here, your Green Bay Packers. RJ, welcome back.
Hey, what's going on?
Nothing.
Cool.
Just talking about the Packers falling in grades.
Yeah.
You know, usually, what my mother once said to me, I was in my, in like middle school. Maybe some do, some don't. I got a little rebellious for a while in middle school. RJ, did you ever get rebellious? I would say probably not.
Yeah, not really.
I got a little rebellious. Okay. I was skipping basketball practice. Wow. Yeah, I was making out with chicks in the park instead. I was also, I think I maybe smoked a heater or two. I was wearing black band T-shirts, listening to a lot of new metal, Slipknot, for example. I remember I came home one day and my mom had all my CDs that had parental advisories on it. And she said, "What are these?" I listened to this. What are you listening to?
I mean, I had some of those. Like, I didn't get that questioned.
She's like, this will Slipknot. She goes, this is awful, terrible music. It's vulgar. Why are you listening to this? RJ, I kid you not. Some of those CDs, my mom burned them. And when I say burned them, I don't mean when you buy an extra deck in your computer that you can burn CDs from Napsters.
You think what the kids nowadays say when I used to burn CDs.
Yeah.
They're like, why would you put light fire to CDs? I'm like, oh my God.
No, yeah, I'm not saying that she burned a copy of it.
Or
She
you
threw
say-
them in the fire.
Or you say rip a CD and
Yeah.
they're like, what does that mean?
No, she threw it in the. I'll never forget that. She threw. I was skipping. My grades were falling a little bit. And then she's like this music. You're dressing like you're a goth.
And The Simpsons.
I'll never forget her look at me in the eye and say, "You're going down a deep dark crack, and I don't think I can save you."
Oh wow.
I said, "Wow,
Was she gonna send you to like boarding school or something?
No." She also listen. I say it jokingly now, but at the time, also thought I could have been on drugs. Could have been on drugs. I'll never forget this either.
Wearing your Dare T-shirt.
There was I had got a chemistry set when I was younger.
Yeah.
And I don't even know how this had happened, but there was a factory sealed plastic bag with like a yellow powder in it that you'd mix to make some chemicals. I don't even know what it was for. She found it. She goes, "What is this? I'm going to have this tested at the police department." And I said, "Mom, do you think drug dealers factory seal their bags?" It is factory. It is like literally factory, like a cereal bag. An open cereal. Like it is factory sealed.
An open cereal bag.
And I said, "Feel free to drug test it. Just wasted your time and the cops." Anyways, RJ, like my grades were slipping. Now I'm looking at the Packers. They were 7th last year, overall rank. Now they're 21st. Maybe they're listening to some Slipknot. Maybe they're dabbling. Maybe smoking too many cigarettes. Maybe they're skipping out on practices. Maybe they're going down a deep dark crack, and we don't think we can save them right now. Now, for the Packers' grades, they suffered the biggest drop in the rankings among NFL teams for the last season to this season. After 3 straight top 10 finishes, the Packers are now a bottom third team with the players who give out these grades. The big ones, treatment of families, a C+. The biggest knock, not providing daycare for families during home games. Remains a big issue. Not providing daycare for families. I will say, though, that if you are in the stands of Green Bay, it's probably the most tame and possibly, as much as everyone drinks, still, they give out those tickets for swearing. You know what I'm talking about, RJ?
Yeah.
And a lot of the old people there, they don't even want to stand. Like, I feel like half of them don't even want to be there. They're just there because they have season tickets. I think it's very welcoming there. Just throw a kid out in there, the kid will be fine. Not providing daycare for families during home games. That's a huge issue for the treatment of families. A B last year, a C+ this year. Home game field, RJ. They gave it a C+. They say the playing surface is unpredictable and often slippery. Food in the dining area has fallen away, too. Players wanted more nutritious options at the facility. The Packers, they ranked 6th in this category last season. They were A-, now they're a B+. Didn't I see Uncrustables were the biggest snack in the NFL? If you want nutritious, don't go looking at or eating an Uncrustable. That's just a sugar bomb. By the way, I saw a video of an NBA player. He took, and follow along with me here. He took the crust off of the Uncrustable. No, I know what you're saying. It's an Uncrustable. There is no crust. I understand that. I get that. Like the ring around the Uncrustable that looks like, the ring around it?
Yeah.
He took that off of it. So he could eat then his Uncrustable. Someone explain that to me. The nutritionist and dietitian went from an A- last year to a B this year. Again, I guess that might have to go with maybe the food and dining area. The locker room went up because they did upgrade that from grade B to grade A. The training room, outdated, lack of space. The Packers are we're certain to blame. They are upgrading it this offseason. It went from an A- last year to a C this year. We'll get to more of it. The first 608-321-1670. Someone check to see if If the Packers who are running it, maybe they're listening to a little music they shouldn't, or darker music. Maybe they're smoking some cigs, skipping practices, going down a deep dark crack. Don't think I could save them. Line 1, good morning.
Well, things ain't always what they seem, so wake up, sheeple. Mad Max in the tunnels of Racine.
Mad Max, what is up, brother? What's going on?
Yeah, so it's I think it's going to be a bit of a tough day for Grant Bills. I don't know if you saw it, but there was a leak which exposed some members of Bohemian Grove, and one of Grant Bills' personal heroes, Jimmy Buffett, turned out to be on the list. So it's a shame that Grant isn't on the air today because I wanted to bring that up to him.
Yeah, I did see that Jimmy Buffett was part of the Bohemian Grove members who sit there in front of Moloch. And is Moloch the big effigy out there? I think it's Moloch. And
I think Moloch is like that big. It's that big 100-foot owl that they pray to and sacrifice kids to.
Conan O'Brien. Let's see. Conan O'Brien, Jimmy Buffett, Paul Pelosi, Nancy Pelosi's husband, Clint Eastwood. I think I heard Danny Glover was there. Yeah.
Yeah, just kind of a who's who of celebrities from back in the day. And my favorite take on Bohemian Grove was Richard Nixon. He went because I think he had to, but he didn't like those guys very much. He had some choice words for them and people in San Francisco.
Yeah, those leaked tapes. He did not care for them. Yes, you were correct.
Yeah.
Mad Max. What else is on your mind, brother? What's going on besides the 1% of leaders bowing to the altar of Moloch in secret meetings?
Yeah. So did we did we talk about another thing out of my mind? Did we talk about the predictive programming in regarding Miracle on Ice?
Oh yeah, Jack Hughes was a name that was crossed off of the final roster of Miracle on Ice from the movie, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I looked into that more. So obviously, we won our first gold medal to the day, 46 years between 1980 and 2026. So I looked into that Jack Hughes guy with his name crossed off, and it turns out he was a player. He was actually the last player cut on that 1980s team. And I dug into it a little deeper. He played in 46 career games. There's that number 46 again. 46 career NHL games for the Colorado Rockies. Not the Colorado Rockies of baseball, but for the Colorado Rockies of the NHL, which became the New Jersey Devils, which is Jack Hughes' current team. So again, it's another example of things just being hidden in plain sight, and all the sheeple on Twitter, I'll just like, oh my gosh, what an amazing coincidence. I'm just like, no, like this is the cabal. It's like how the Simpsons always predicts everything that's going to happen. It's because they do satanic rituals, probably time travel rituals too, that give them insight into future events, and they sprinkle it throughout media and Hollywood, and they're literally giving us hints at what's going on too. I'm just trying to figure out what the number 46 means in all this too, and I do know that Joe Biden is our 46th president, so I don't know. Maybe he factors into this somehow. I don't really know.
I think it could be the number 46 frequently symbolizes spiritual guidance, representing an answer to prayers, a balance between practical. We got to look more into this, Mad Max. I'm not big into my numerology, but we got to look into this, brother.
I know that might need to be a weekend assignment for me.
Yeah, dude. I mean, keep on digging, brother, and. The more you dig, though, the darker it gets.
I know. Sometimes I kind of wish I could go back to how it was. Like, this is why I really admire Sasquatch, because I can tell that he has, like, decades of experience with this stuff, like, real-world experience. I'm just a dude who recently woke up, and I'm just trying to catch up with everything.
Dude, it happened to me many, many, many years ago. I used to get angry about things. Now, you just don't get angry. Just don't get angry, Mad Max, all right?
I only get angry on like a Tuesday night game when the Brewers strand like 10 runners to lose 3-2 to the Pirates. That's the only thing I want to get angry about.
Oh, hey, Mad Max, there's something I wanted to share with you, actually. I saw this the other day. I was going to bring up on the show. Burger King, for example, is going to be doing this. Burger King is launching an AI chatbot that will assess workers' friendliness. So at Burger King, they'll have the drive-through order headset on. So AI will be listening to what they say and how they interact with customers, and then AI will train those customers how to become more of a drone for Burger King. This is just one example. They'll be trained to recognize certain words and phrases like welcome to Burger King, make them say more please and thank you, and the AI will be programmed into workers' headsets. So managers can then ask AI assistant how their location and how their humans are performing on friendliness, and then correct them if AI tells them they're stepping on a line. How about that?
Yeah, I think that's just a precursor just to replacing humans out of those jobs altogether.
Correct. Mad Max. Here, sometimes, can I play you something quick, Mad Max?
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes, maybe you think this once in a while too, but take a listen.
Do we have a deal, Mr. Reagan?
You know, I know this steak doesn't exist. I know that when I put it in my mouth, the Matrix is telling my brain that it is juicy and delicious. After 9 years, you know what I realize? Ignorance is bliss.
There you go. Can never be plugged back in, though, Max. Could never be plugged back in.
Can never be plugged back in.
We love you, buddy. Have a good weekend, all right?
Yep, thanks, Evo.
Line 2, good morning.
Good morning, Ebo. This is John.
Johnny boy, my man, how you been, brother? It's been a minute.
I've been doing pretty good, more or less, but the worst part of my mornings has been going on for the past couple weeks.
Tell me more. What's wrong, buddy?
I'll just be having a great day, driving to work.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be drinking an energy drink and have a lipper in.
Of course.
Just enjoying listening to Ebo.
Mm-hmm.
And then Thomas will call in, and just everything changes on a dime. Just my day goes into a tailspin. Just you can't recover from that. I refuse to believe. I listen to this guy, and it's just like, dude, you cannot be real. Just giving me rules on what to listen, what to eat at the Super Bowl, just talking about just nothing. Just, it's unbelievable. He's ruined the name Thomas for all the Thomases out there. You can't come back from that.
Johnny, you got to look at it differently. You got to look at it at a different angle, buddy. It's like I think he has transcended planes of thinking and consciousness that we don't know existed. Like he's on another he's on a level that we could never attain. I don't think. It's I don't even know how to describe it. G-Dub, one of our great callers, he says he is his favorite caller. He stands up and claps when Thomas calls in.
To me, that's unfathomable. I can't even. It just, like I said, it ruins my day. It's like this guy is unreal.
What would you rather? Because you're a Vikings fan. What would you rather? What would you rather have be subjected to? A certain aspect of the Vikings cheerleading group or Hot Take Thomas?
Oh, dude, that's a tough one.
You don't have to
It pains me to say it, but I think I'd rather look at the Vikings cheerleader. Thomas would just stick with his AI chatbots.
Hey Johnny, can I tell you? Hey, two things for you, buddy. I'll say this: my day is made every morning. You want to know why?
Why is that?
When I walk out my front door, I look to the left of me as my fridge, and on it is your save the date. I get to see your beaming smile every morning I walk out, and every time I walk back in at night.
Beautiful, beautiful.
And then last thing, buddy. There's rumor out there. Adam Schefter was saying it the other day. Short list for quarterbacks for the Minnesota Vikings. On the list, Aaron Charles Rodgers.
I want him. I want him bad.
Yeah.
Better than J.J. McCarthy. J.J. McCarthy's already a bust. You need a real quarterback in there to right the ship. Give me Aaron Rodgers.
Dude, I want it to happen for you, but I also want him on with Big Mike on the Steelers. I'd prefer that, but I know you're a Vikings fan. You love Rodgers. If it happens, I'd be happy for you, buddy.
I'd be entertained either way, so
yeah, it's true.
Both would be great.
And Johnny, next time Thomas calls in, maybe listen to the things he's not saying. Okay, maybe try that route.
Yeah, I'll try that next time. Hopefully he just doesn't call.
Hey, much love, brother. Have a great weekend, okay?
Yeah, you too.
See you, man. I've never heard of a more polarizing caller lately, RJ, than Hot Take Tom or Thomas on Air or whatever the hell his name is now. Man. Kinger says it's Kirk Cousins going back to Minnesota. I don't mind Kirky.
I don't mind him.
You know, the Packers will get more interceptions then. All right, Dave Essler going to join us for Gambler to the Stars bottom of the hour. For you don't know what bottom of the hour means, it's 7:30-ish. We'll be right back, though.
I was just fooling about.
This is Over the Line on the Wisco Sports Zone.
I wasn't. Over the Line will resume in 3 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 2 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 1 minute. Over the Line will resume in 30 seconds.
Dave Essler, our Gambler to the Stars, coming up here in about 10 minutes. From pregame.com, he is a gambling savant. We love Dave. Yeah, for football news, besides the Packers slipping in grades, again, potentially going down a deep, dark crack, and maybe we can't save them. Soul Surfer had texted in at 608-321-1670, said, "That's okay, Packers. Sit with us at the back of the class, and here, take a hit of this." But on the Vikings front, we just heard our guy Johnny called in. Big Vikings fan. I know Eric on I-90, another Vikings fan. There's a lot of Vikings fans. Diener, he calls in. I haven't heard from Dean in a bit, a Vikings fan. Could you see a world, could you live in a world where Aaron Rodgers is the Vikings quarterback? He's on the short list. I want him to go to Pittsburgh to be with Mike McCarthy and the Steelers. I want one last ride. But but the more things change, the more they say the same time is a flat circle. Look at Brett Favre. Jets, Vikings. Aaron Rodgers. Brett Favre, Hall of Fame quarterback, Super Bowl winner, right? We all MVPs. We get it. We see it. The Green Bay Packers. Aaron Rodgers, Super Bowl MVPs. Hall of Famer. With the Packers, goes to the Jets. Now there's a little stop along the way to the Steelers, but could he be a Viking? Again, the matrix we live in, it continues. It must be glitching, or it's running out of programs to run, or it's just they know we're that stupid. Adam Schefter was talking the other day about one Aaron Charles Rodgers. I don't know if I could do, again, when Brett Favre was a Jet, have fun. Go get him, Tiger. Had fun. When Brett Favre became a Viking, was disgusted. I forgave Brett Favre the moment he threw the interception in the NFC Championship game against the Saints. I said, I forgive you, Favre. You're back in my good graces. But Aaron Rodgers, if he becomes a Viking, here's Adam Schefter. I don't know if I can handle.
Look, he's a free agent, so he can go do what he wants. Last year, I think he did want to play in Minnesota. So if he wanted to do that last year, I don't know why he wouldn't want to do it this year. The issue last year was that the Vikings were very sensitive to bringing in somebody like Aaron Rodgers, who's such a force, such a dominant personality, and how that would hinder or affect growth of J.J. McCarthy. So maybe they feel differently. It's a different set of dynamics. The GM has been fired. So I wouldn't rule it out, but it came up last year. I could see it coming up again this year, and I can't speak to how likely it is or isn't to happen.
Vikings fan last year did not want Aaron Rodgers. Now it seems like Vikings fans do want Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, that's because they're like, oh, that's the way to beat the Packers.
Because they ain't going to do it with J.J. McCarthy, I'll tell you that.
9?
9? What is he calling from a walkie-talkie?
Is that a niner in there?
Jeez. I love Aaron Rodgers. I love Aaron Rodgers more than any other player. But if you dons the purple and yellow, it's going to put me to the test. That's going to put me to a test, RJ.
Yeah. Is that because we don't have any DBs who'd be able to cover Jefferson and
no, that's ignorant.
That connection?
No, that's ignorant.
Okay, just checking.
Mr. Jefferson, no.
No.
Line, real quick, line 1, good morning.
Yo.
Kinger?
Yeah?
I got Dave Essler coming up. I mean, you want to call him later or you want to do this now?
This is quick. I don't really have much to say. The Bucks played nice. Sharks lost last night.
So the future isn't Teal?
Just not at the moment. Damn. But, Aaron Rodgers, just like Brett Favre, just almost have to play for every team. And it reminds me, you know what today is?
What?
February 27th.
What?
30 years ago.
What?
Pokemon. Pokemon was released 30 years ago today.
No way, dude.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, way.
Did you catch them all?
No. Because you had to buy both games is one thing, because that was the trick. And then you got to have one of those cords that you hook up with both
Game Boy, so
Yeah, I
you
know.
could trade with somebody else, and so this, Nintendo and their marketing scheme.
I never caught them all either, Kinger. I remember getting my first Game Boy Color. Oh boy, was I excited! And then saving up my hard-earned cash for Pokemon Red. What a
there you
game!
go.
What a game!
And like right now, I know it was already on Pluto TV, but on the Roku channel, they have their own Pokemon, so you can watch the anime from like season 1 through 20 something.
No way, dude. Are you gonna dabble?
Yeah, way. I've been dabbling.
Attaboy. Attaboy.
So can't wait to hear Dave Essler and hopefully ka-ching, ka-ching.
Cha-ching. Kinger? Here you go, buddy.
Yep.
This is for you.
Adios.
That's for you, buddy.
Adios, muchachos.
I wanna be the very best there never was. RJ, you know this one? To catch them is my real test, and to train them is my cause. I will travel across the land, searching far and wide. 'Cause why, RJ? There's Pokemon to understand the power that's inside. Dave Ashler next.
Son, isn't this great? Blue skies, fresh cut grass, birds chirping.
This is Over the Line.
You gonna recite me a poem? Easy.
On the Wisco Sports Zone.
Over the Line will resume in 5 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 4 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 3 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 2 minutes.
Turn it on and rip the knob off. It's time to make some cash. Cold, hard cash. All about that cash. Straight cash, homie. Speaking of homies, our guy Dave Essler from pregame.com, our gambler to the stars. Dave, what's up, brother?
I was looking for a Rod Stewart intro there. He's next on my list.
You wanted some Rod Stewart for your outro song today?
I was looking for Tonight's the Night because we're not going to lose.
Oh, well, Dave, we'll do that when sadly, the segment has to come to an end at some time, but when we do, that will be the song for your outro, Dave. Hey, Dave, real quick before we start making some cash, I have a question for you.
All right.
Off the beaten path, not about gambling or anything, not even about sport.
Your questions usually are.
Good point. Dave, last time we talked, or a couple times we talked ago, it was about all the iguanas falling from the trees because it's too cold down there in Florida. Dave, I saw there's a pizza shop in Florida getting in trouble for selling iguana meat pizza. Dave, have you ever dabbled in iguana meat? Have you tried it?
No, I can, my memory goes at times, but I can safely say that would not be something I would forget. So, no.
I was just wondering, if you guys I didn't realize that it was an invasive species down there. So yeah, we should have been beating the hell out of those things when they're falling from the trees, right?
The funny thing is they don't die. They just go to sleep and they wake back up.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah. Then they're ready to wreck more havoc.
Those restaurants have to be very timely.
Hey, Dave, speaking of timely, dude, when it comes to betting, I know we don't talk about losses, but I don't think you've lost the bet in quite some time now. I think you're rolling around in money out there.
I have not lost one this week, but unfortunately, I didn't just start betting this week, so there have been.
Well,
all right. Full disclosure, I think I had the Portland Trailblazers a week and a half ago when they lost by 49 or something. I don't know. It wasn't pretty. I don't know what I was thinking clearly. I mean, fortunately, 1 point or 49 points doesn't matter. But
yeah.
it was a little humiliating to have no hope 6 minutes into the game.
Well, then you can just move on to a different game. Out of sight, out of mind, Dave. I think out of sight.
Yeah, my clients didn't move on to a different game.
No, sorry, I caught amnesia. I don't know what you're talking about. Dave, what are we circling first? The NBA or college basketball? Which way do you want to go? It's choose your own adventure today.
I was looking at both actually, but
Which one did you want to start with first? NBA?
I mean, clearly the biggest college basketball game on the board is Michigan and Illinois tonight, and that game's kind of a pick-em. I mean, that has kind of bearing on you guys a little bit, but I actually like Illinois at home. I mean, it's pretty hard to bet against Michigan, but I mean, Illinois has one home loss to your Badgers in overtime.
Thank you for recognizing that, Dave. Thank you.
You're quite welcome. I mean, at home they lost to Nebraska by 3 at the time. We kind of thought that was maybe not ideal, but Nebraska's half decent. But their other 3 losses have all been in overtime. So if I can get a home team just to win, I love Dusty May, and I think that Michigan may well win the whole thing. But at home, I think Illinois plays a slower tempo, and Dusty May's got Michigan playing kind of up tempo. It's not your old, 30 years of Michigan being real slow. And I think the big advantage Illinois has is maybe being able to slow that tempo down at home. So I actually like Illinois to give the Badgers their second conference loss.
Hang on, Dave. The Wolverines.
Yeah, you know how it is when I talk to you.
Are you alluding? You think the Badgers are going to lose Saturday against Washington? Then is that what that was?
That's a tough call, but no, I don't.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, Washington's one of those teams that just does enough stuff well to be dangerous, but their only home wins were over Oregon and Minnesota. So, I think people are going to want to throw the Badgers under the bus for that Oregon loss the other night. I know the Badgers haven't done well on the road, but they beat Illinois on the road. So,
and Michigan.
Well, that was a long time ago.
Well, still, I mean, come on, and Michigan.
Yeah, okay, fair, but they did lose. They haven't lost their last 2 road games and 3 of the last 4. So I'm not going to auto bet. Wisconsin. I do like their team total over.
Okay.
If I'm being honest, I mean I think that the one thing Washington does not do well, which bodes well for the Badgers, is their perimeter defense is like 12th in the conference, and clearly that helps the Badgers.
Yeah.
And the Badgers and another reason I like the over. I mean, the Badgers are a good free throw shooting team when they get there, but the Badgers also lead the conference in not turning the ball over. They're number 1. And Washington's defense is not a pressure defense. I think they're 16th. I don't know how many teams you've got in that conference anymore, 100. But 16th is not good in turning people over. So I think the Badgers score plenty of points. I think the projected game is 78-77 Badgers.
Okay.
So that would roughly be your team total. And I like the Badgers to get over 78 points. So
I like that.
And I would tell you if I hated them, but Washington's just dangerous enough to put together a game. And the problem I get into, or anybody would get into, with a few games left in the season, is it's their next to last home game, and a lot of teams are playing their last home game, and that can be a sizable motivator for seniors. And Washington has several that start, so that can get people up towards it. Now, this isn't their last home game, but if it was, I would actually be inclined to lean to Washington because they get these Herculean efforts. Because guys on Washington are not guys on Duke. Guys on Washington are going to have real jobs in a few weeks.
True. Dave,
which I will tell you is one of the reasons why, and I've said this before, I always do well in the Ivy League. Because those guys are 100% playing. They don't have NIL in the Ivy League. Okay? They're playing because they want to.
Yes.
So you always get 100% effort. So actually, my under the radar winner for tonight, Brown plus 4.5 at Columbia.
Oh.
anybody's taking notes.
Brown over +4 or 4.5 against Columbus. Let's go, Dave.
4.5.
Hey, Dave, let's move into the NBA here. I'm curious on your thought. Maybe it's on your board, maybe not, but I'm curious on your thought on the Milwaukee Bucks. They've won 8 out of their last 10. No Giannis Antetokounmpo. Bucks out in New York, where I think the Knicks are favored by 8.5. Is this on your radar at all, Dave? Or sorry, at the Pfizer Forum, the Knicks favored by 8.5.
Anything in Wisconsin or having to do with Wisconsin is on my radar on Friday morning.
You are, Dave. You're too kind. You are too kind.
I mean, with the exception of your weather, but I like the Bucks plus the 8.5 points. I mean, I know Milwaukee's doing well, but the Knicks are not. I mean, they've won 2 of 3, but they did not cover. They haven't covered in the last 4. You know, they beat. I mean, they only beat Chicago by 6 as 9.5-point favorites. They lost to Cleveland by 15, catching 4.5. I mean, I think people are still thinking of the Bucks of pre-All-Star break. And I like the Knicks defense. I kind of want to take the under, but the market is a little bit sketchy on that. I mean, the tickets and the money are about 90% on the under, both of them, and yet the total is not really moving. So I'm a little leery of that.
Anything else? Sorry.
I mean, if I'm to make another bet on that game, anytime you take the underdog and the under, if you did that blindly in most every game, you would probably win 55%, which is enough to make money.
Sure.
So I would take the Bucks, but I would also take the Bucks team total under. I mean, the Knicks are one of a handful of teams in the NBA that actually do play defense.
Wow, that's rare. Defense, NBA.
Exactly.
Wow.
You know, the Pistons do. Cleveland does to some extent. I guess it's the Midwest teams mostly. I mean, you guys are old school.
Damn.
You actually want to stop. You actually want to stop people from scoring.
What a novel concept. Hey, Dave, anything else real quick out of the NBA or anywhere else you're throwing a bet down for us?
Yeah, I'm kind of looking at Denver and Oklahoma City. I mean, Oklahoma City's 8.5, but and they're getting SGA back. Chet Holmgren's off the IR now, so. But I think that the books have maybe overcorrected in that game. It's not that simple ever. So I kind of like Denver plus 8.5, but I'm not 100% done with that betting on it. But if I were, I'd like to bet against those situations because they always overreact.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of do. I mean, Denver doesn't suck. Let's face it. 8.5 points is. I also like the under in that game, but again. So do a lot of people, and the total is actually going up. So it's something a little fishy there. I might do the same thing. Take Denver and team total under because Oklahoma City has the best defense in the NBA, and I think having SGA and Holmgren back only magnifies that probably more than their offense.
Gotcha. Hey, Dave, last thing for you, man. And pregame.com, Dave_Essler on Twitter. Dave, what's your thoughts on this Kelce app thing where it's not betting, you're using money to predict things? What do you think about that? Do you know what I'm talking about?
I do. I think it's probably the way of the future, but more so because I'm not sure your DraftKings and FanDuel of the world are. The more news gets out there, they kind of they limit you. You make 3 bets if you're on the right side of closing line value and you win. They're going to limit you, or they're going to kick you out. And the more the bigger influential bettors sort of go over to Kelce or other prediction market, which is monkey see, monkey do. I think a lot of other people will too.
Interesting.
I don't know that it's right around the corner, but I do think it's inevitable with the deregulation.
Well, Dave, Kelce already burned me. I'm done with them. I bet that my wife wanted to bet during the Super Bowl, and she bet that Cardi B would perform during the Super Bowl. And during the Super Bowl halftime show, they cut to Cardi B, who was there dancing. But then Kelce said they weren't paying out because they didn't consider it a performance, despite her being on the stage and dancing and on there. So they did not give me my money over it.
I'm sorry. How much did your wife lose?
Not Didn't matter. Not a lot. It's the principle, Dave. It's the principle that counts.
I'm with you 100%.
Yep.
But I'm glad it's not life-changing money.
Yeah. Dave, we love you, brother. Have a great weekend, okay? Here's a little rod for you. That's for you, buddy. We love you, Dave.
Love you guys, too.
See you, brother.
Uh-huh.
Dave Essler or Dave _ on Twitter, pregame.com. He's the guy. He's our man. See you, Dave. There he goes. News of the weird. News of the weird coming up next.
Don't say a word, my virgin child. Just let your inhibitions run wild. The secret is about to unfold. Upstairs before the night's too old. Tonight's the night.
Are you gonna bark all day, little doggy?
This is Over the Line.
Or are you gonna bite?
On the Wisconsin Sports Zone Radio Network.
Over the Line will resume in 3 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 2 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 1 minute. Over the Line will resume in 30 seconds.
right, welcome back in. I'm not a player. I just crush a lot.
Oh.
It's the edited version. Yeah, no, I don't doubt that Big Pun crushed a lot of people. He was huge. Probably from a steady diet of fast food.
Yeah.
Here's your news of the weird. I alluded to it earlier in the show with Mad Max from the tunnels under Racine. Well, I wanted to bring this up, though. Burger King, the BK Lounge,
love it,
is launching an AI chatbot that will assess workers' quote friendliness and will be trained to recognize certain words and phrases like welcome to Burger King, your pleases, your thank yous, and the AI will be programmed into the workers' headsets, telling them how they can be more friendly to the customer, what to say, what to do. This is just a precursor for AI. People willingly put it into their ears at all time and telling them what to do and becoming essentially drones for robots. The voice-enabled chatbot called Patty is part of an overarching BK assistant platform that will not only assist employees with meal preparation, but also evaluate their interactions with customer friendliness. Hello, this is Patty. Now you must flip the burger.
I can't do that, Dave.
Now take the burger off the grill. Put it in the bun. Put the... Squirt ketchup. Squirt mustard.
Add onion.
Put top patty or top bun on. Place in wrapper. What?
Say welcome to Burger King.
Are people really this dumb that you need a robot to tell you please and thank you and how to make a burger or fry fries?
Yes. Your answer is yes.
Managers can ask their AI assistant how their location is performing on friendliness. It is all meant to be a coaching tool, the company said. This will combine data across drive-through conversations, kitchen equipment, inventory, and other areas of Burger King businesses. If this is just at Burger King, it's coming everywhere else. AI, what's the point of being human anymore? You know what? You know what I like? When people at fast food restaurants tell customers to go F themselves. I like that. I like that. That's all of them. I like my Facebook algorithm right now. The customer, believe it or not, is not always right. In fact, they're often wrong.
Yeah.
How you gonna fix that, AI, huh?
Fix that.
All right, 608-321-1670. We'll take a little break here. Oshkosh, Appleton, we love you. See you on Monday. Everyone else, we'll continue on. Stick around. I'm pro-human.
This is a Wisconsin Sports Zone update.
Well, the Badgers are looking for a bounce-back win. That's after falling to Oregon in the start of their West Coast road trip due to cold shooting, turnovers, and lack of cohesion on defense. Here's more from head coach Greg Gard.
More importantly, I think just the defensive end, specifically the second half, we were as discombobulated as I've seen us in a while. And credit Oregon for, they hit some tough shots, hit some shot clock shots, but I thought we were not as connected as we had been in a while, and I got to look through the tape and figure out why.
Badgers will now stay out west to take on Washington tomorrow night. The Huskies are 14-14 on the year, sitting in 12th place of the Big Ten, coming off a road win against Rutgers. This will be Wisconsin's first trip to Seattle to face Washington since 1955. Tip, that's on Saturday at 3. Turning to the Bucks, they've won 8 out of their last 10, including beating the Cleveland Cavaliers Wednesday night. Milwaukee currently sits 11th in the East and will welcome in the Knicks tonight to the Fiserv for a 7 o'clock tip.
For nearly 40 years, ABC of Wisconsin has been helping men and women transform themselves into well-paid, productive members of their construction teams. Today, we have 2,000 active apprentices in 10 different skilled trade programs, and we educate individuals in more trades than anyone else. To get your career started, go to buildyourcareerwi.org or just search online for ABC of Wisconsin.
Packers GM Brian Gutekunst says they would like to keep Romeo Doubs in Green Bay. The wide receiver is set to be a free agent next month. Speaking the NFL Combine earlier this week, Gutekunst said he'd love to have him back. It'd be a big part of the team if he is. Doubs is ranked as the 6th best free agent wide receiver by The Athletic. Gutekunst also sent mixed messages about keeping or releasing defensive end Rashawn Gary. For the Wisconsin Sports Zone Network, I'm Ebo.
Play it safe? Nah.
You gotta fight for your right.
We don't abide by your rules. Sometimes it's okay to get unruly. This is Over the Line from the Alpine Liquor Studio. Alpine Liquors, Dane County's largest independently owned liquor store, proudly serving DeForest and beyond.
All right, I can't get over this News of the Weird article quick here. I'm not done with this. I'm not done with this. AI essentially is going to turn you, the human, into an algorithm-monitored bot for the machine. Amazon Warehouse is already doing it. Yeah, short-term efficiency, long-term burnout. How they can replace you with a machine. The BK Lounge. Now bringing in AI to headsets to monitor how friendly you are, how effective you are at your job. And I'm just reading a little more here. Okay. Burger King. Oh my god. I'm so pro-human, dude. It's so over. The Burger King employees can ask the AI program called Patty questions like, how many strips of bacon am I supposed to put on the maple bourbon barbecue Whopper? Hey, Patty, how many pieces of bacon am I supposed to put on this? How mindless. Oh, my gosh, dude. You can ask instructions on how to clean the shake machine. How to clean your workspace. Patty, how do I clean my workspace? Dude, I weep for humanity. And this will be welcomed with open arms. And then also the managers can ask AI how their location is performing and how their workers are doing, and some robot will then tell them if they passed or failed on being kind, saying please and thank yous. Would you like fries with that? No? Well, now you're going to get electroshock straight to your neck. How about that? Wild stuff, dude. Oh, you just wait. It's coming to everything. 608-321-1670, line 4. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Hey, it's Darnell.
You sound different.
Oh, do I?
Maybe because I hadn't heard from you a little bit. I've been missing you, brother. What's going on?
Well, you're singing my sweet tunes here with the AI stuff.
It's terrible.
Listen, back in college, my buddy and I, we had an Alexa, right? Well, it was just called an Echo back then.
Mm-hmm.
It was one of those tall ones, and it's like 2016, 2017 when they were new.
Yeah.
And we used to tell it just like, Alexa, remember this, right? And it'd be like just the most debaucherous garbage you could possibly utter as a human.
Of course.
And it would, because it was brand new AI that didn't have any safeguards or anything that it could we're not going to remember that. So fast forward, right, about almost 10 years, and my wife and I still have the same Alexa or the same account through Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
And then they upgraded. I don't know if you saw, they got this Alexa 2.0 now.
I've not.
And my buddy, he's a lawyer in DC now. He was back in town last year, and we were going through our Alexa trying to get her to say stuff that we asked her to say, 10 years ago. And the entire time, I don't think I should be saying stuff like that. I don't I would never say something like that until I went in the app and I clicked on my shopping list. I'm like, I was like, Alexa, read items 89 to 94 on my shopping list, and she read them off, and I was like, we're still smarter than the system, is what I'm saying.
I had
Really
a
get down to it.
Darnell. I had a well, I still have one, but I had the day it was 20. I think it was 2020. I read this that not only if you have an Alexa plugged in, it's obviously listening to you, but it also is this big controversy came out that Amazon workers are listening to your conversations. They not only listen, the Alexa listens, but it records your conversations, and then people at Amazon listen to them. So tens of millions of people who use these things, they have found out that someone at Amazon Incorporated is listening to your private conversations, despite you don't even have to say you don't have to say Alexa. You know how the ring turns on blue. It's always listening, and they record your conversations and they listen how to better tailor and market to you. And this. Listen, NSA could get in there and listen to your private conversation, whatever. The day I read that is the day I unplugged my Amazon Alexa and never have plugged it back in since.
Yep. I after the Super Bowl, all the ads were about AI stuff. We got rid of we had 4 of them in our house. I was like, yep, nope.
Did you see the ring camera one where they use the guys if you have a lost dog? Then all of the ring cameras will be activated. Talk about. What happens if you say the wrong thing or become, a wink enemy of the state or like those ring cameras? It's basically what Batman used to find the Joker. Remember that Dark Knight? Batman to find the Joker, and then he's like, "This power is too much. It must be destroyed once I'm done with it." That's what it is.
Well, I'm pretty sure that was the nail in the coffin for me. Seeing that, I'm like, oh my, all right. So you have to opt out of being an NSA agent, basically, and your front door. That's a little left up there. So, so I mean, we got rid of our Lexus back in February, but just
wild
yikes.
Stuff. Yeah,
that is truly crazy.
Yeah, I know it's only going to get worse. Hey, but anyways, Romeo Doubs or Rashawn Gary, what do you think happens with the Packers?
I mean. Don't overpay for the quote unquote 6th best wide receiver in free agency. Right? So that's number 1. Number 2, you have like 350 wide receivers in that room. So, the thinning of the herd is probably not the worst thing. Secondly, if Romeo Doubs takes away from Matthew Golden touches, I don't want Romeo Doubs on my team.
Yeah.
And then lastly, if Rashawn Gary showed up even once in the final 13 games of the season, I'd say sign him, but he didn't, so don't sign him.
Yeah. I'm just thinking of the doom and fall of humanity coming up here. All I can think of right now is that scene in Terminator where Sarah Connor is yelling at all the kids in the park to run, and then the big nuke hits, and they all get vaporized. You know what I'm talking? That's all I can think about right now.
Hey, you know what? Have babies, move out the suburbs, and raise some chickens and some pigs and whatnot, and dig a well and buy dirt and all the country song stuff.
Don't know. Much love, brother. Have a great weekend, okay?
Yeah, you too.
See you, buddy. Line 1, good morning.
My CPU is a neural net processor. Oh, my gosh. Hey, AI, man, watch out. Because it freaked me out the other day when I was going through the drive-thru at Taco Bell.
Yeah?
And it wasn't even a real human who took my order. It was freaky, dude.
Did they get it right?
It was one of the. Yeah, they nailed it. So, it told the workers what to do, obviously, but they didn't talk to me. It was really strange. So, I got my 3 hard shell tacos right, my son's steak quesadilla, and then I pulled up the window and there's 2 dudes like cooking the food, and obviously they weren't the ones talking to me, so that's why it was weird. But at least they got that right. I don't know if the Taco Bell AI told them to put extra lettuce on my taco or smile, but they looked like they were on another substance while they were working at the Taco Bell. That's all I'll say.
I can't wait for the AI that is going to mold and dumb down your mind. Once you step out of line, it shocks you. It's an electric shock on.
Put down that joint, Tommy, and make a taco. I mean, these guys were stoned. That's what I'm saying.
Well, I would imagine if you're at Taco Bell. I mean,
I mean, I hope the AI didn't, demote them for smoking weed because they made the food good.
Well, that's good. I'm glad.
As
Man.
good as Taco Bell can be. But,
What else is on your mind, man? Wait till hey, did you know that they had was it last Super Bowl or what event was it? They had robotic, essentially android bartenders that they would be
Oh, geez.
Yeah.
That's like what is that?
Where was that at?
There's a movie with Chris Pratt where he was on some spaceship and the robot or the bartender was a robot. That was weird. It's kind of like The Shining, kind of. They were playing off of that. But yeah, I don't want any robots mixing my drinks either. No, I'm pro-human as well. I was so pro-human. I let my friend Alex put my butt in ping pong last night. Man, I set up the table. He came over. We drank some Russian vodka. Ugh.
Yeah, Privyet Nazdarovia, a little Russian vodka.
That's from St. Petersburg, not Florida, though.
Oh,
St.
no, yeah,
Petersburg,
in Russia. Yeah, oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's very, very good. I don't like to support the communists, but their vodka's good.
Anything else, Matt?
I don't want Sasquatch Mike coming after me thinking I'm some communist because I'm drinking Russian vodka. Don't want any conspiracy theories to happen.
I think you're okay. I think you're all right.
A beautiful sunny day, and then tomorrow it's going to be
like got snow in the forecast. Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, watch out. Don't put away that shovel.
Hey, I'll go let a clanker shovel my sidewalk if that's the case. That's the only time I'm pro-robot, I think. But yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Just got to get out the flamethrower.
Matt, we love you, buddy. Have a good weekend.
Get it out of the bunker. Yeah, you too. Take care, bye.
Hey, we'll get to this Packers rankings, too, or grades, I should say. The Packers have been falling in the grades. It's like their kid at the back of the class who stopped paying attention and started smoking weed. Why are your grades falling? Line 2, though. Good morning.
2 dudes cooking food. That's excellent. That's what they were.
Kyrie Kumite. Kyrie Kumite.
Kyrie Kumite.
What's going on, Eric?
This AI's got me worried too. But I got a plan, Ebo.
Yeah.
Got a plan. Because you're a master of the only communication we're going to have, which is going to be radio. When this happens, when the apocalypse happens.
Well, Eric, I will say this, though. There are radio stations now that are fully run by automation and AI-generated voices. That they exist.
But not you.
Not me.
You.
They got to pry this mic out of my cold, dead hands. They consider me John Connors of the radio. Ain't no clankers coming here to get me.
You are them. You are the John Connor. And when it happens, we're going to Viroqua, WVRQ, and we're taking over that.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to broadcast,
Yeah, oh, yeah. We're going to have, oh, yeah, baby.
We're going to. It's going to be good. So
my transmission will never be silenced there.
Right. Yeah. Well, you have a great weekend. It's going to be another great day.
You're in and out like this. It's a quick one for you today,
Yep.
Eric. Everything good your way?
Everything is excellent
good.
My way.
Good,
everything.
Good to hear. Well, you have yourself a Kyrie Kumite weekend, my friend, okay?
You too.
See you, Eric.
You too, bud.
See ya.
Yep, bye.
That was the most subdued Eric on 990 call I think I've ever taken. Maybe the impending doom of AI stepping down on our heads is getting to him. Line 3. Good morning.
Ebo, it's the Warrior, Mr. Positive. Ready to look, yes.
Mr. Positive, what do we owe the pleasure?
My buddy Thomas Graney, TG, rocking the mic, he told me. I said, I got to give Ebo a call. Yeah. Hey, real quick, my philosophical blood brother, can I say a little positive message?
I would love nothing more. Please.
Dreams can be a blessing, or dreams can be a curse. But a man without the will to dream will always end up worse. Oh, my God.
Amazing.
I got to tell you, thank you. Hit me. Hey, and I love what you said the last time about walking into the water, changing the person. It's a different water. Do me a favor. Can you give that to me again right now?
Oh, yes. So, I think you're Mr. Positive.
Sorry to tear apart. Yeah.
No, that's okay. It's
I love it.
Oh, damn it, Mr. Positive. Here, let me. man, what the hell is it again? You cannot, I got it. You could not step twice into the same river, for the river is not the same, nor is the man.
Boom shakalaka. You don't realize, real quick. Yes. Stephen A. Smith, I called the show, and he called me Mr. Boom Shakalaka.
Really?
And Chris Cuomo, and same with Cuomo, yes. And I mean, please do that on a regular basis, even if I don't call in. It's just, it means winning.
Yes.
It means winning. And here's the last thing, my blood brother. God, you're awesome.
You're awesome.
I want everybody to go see the Elvis movie, Epic. I'm a huge Elvis fan.
Oh, is that good? I wanted to see that. I wanted to see that.
Oh, you want to see it?
I love
You'll
Elvis.
see nothing like it.
Okay, cool.
You got to go this weekend. You're going to see him up close, sweating. He's the sexiest, most charismatic, revolutionary figure in the history of music. Anybody who's been anybody has been inspired by him. People say you can't steal. He stole black music. You can't steal a sound. Music is the amalgamation of all types of genres. No one can steal a sound. It's there for everybody. Writing a song, he didn't have to. Like Bono said, he was a force of nature. He didn't have to do it. And there has been nobody. And when it comes to Elvis, he's a twin. I'm a twin. He was second born. I'm second born, basically the same height. I just want to change the world like him, Ebo, and you just got to, everyone's got to go for their dreams. Everyone's got to become the best that they become, plus tax. That's what Elvis would say. Become the best that they can become. And it's just the idea that be inspired, change the world, put a smile on someone's face. Ebo,
Mr. Positive.
Love you, brother.
You too, man.
And thank you, and have a great weekend, everybody.
You too, Mr. Positive.
Yo.
Bye. The hell just happened? Mr. Positive from the top roads out of nowhere. I think I just got fired up. Mr. Positive. Wow.
Because I love you too much.
I mean, we just went to the end of the world with AI to Mr. Positive shining down a light of hope.
Why can't you see?
I got to take a break and I got to rethink things here. We'll come right back, talk some Packers. Stick around.
When you don't believe a word I say. We can't go on together with suspicious minds. And we can build our dreams on suspicious minds. So if an old friend I know stops by to say hello, would I still see suspicion in your eyes? But here we go again, asking where I've been. You can't see the tears are real, I'm crying. We can't go on together with suspicious minds. And we can build our dreams on suspicious minds.
This is Over the Line
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I break your concentration? I didn't mean to do that.
on the Wisconsin Sports Zone Radio Network.
Please, continue.
Over the Line will resume in 3 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 2 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 1 minute. Over the Line will resume in 30 seconds.
It's going down on the Twitch chat right now. Twitch.tv, search my name, Ebo Says. On YouTube, hit the subscribe button there, Ebo Says. Streaming on my Twitter account on X, Ebo Says. Mr. Positive just called in, his second time ever calling in. It's a whirlwind. Hot Take Thomas, a.k.a. Thomas on Air. He's the one that got him calling in. Now Thomas is on Twitch telling everyone to be nice or to go F themselves. And it is not Thomas with a voice modulator. Mr. Positive is his own entity, as Thomas is also his own. There's beef rising. Listener on listener violence. And I'm here for it. All right, the Green Bay Packers. Green Bay Packers. Now, when it comes to report cards given out from the NFL Players Association, they're not supposed to be out, but they were leaked. And an annual survey of almost 1,800 players, they grade the franchises from A+ to F- on everything from ownership to treatment of families. And per this survey, obtained by ESPN, 1,759 players, all players who are on the 2025 roster at the time of the survey were eligible to participate, and it was conducted from November 2nd to December 11th. This is before the Packers absolutely cratered out, losing 5 in a row. And it's not looking good for the Packers when it comes to certain things. And the biggest glaring one is head coach Matt LaFleur. The biggest, as Rob Rice would describe yesterday, the biggest choker currently in the NFL. The biggest choker currently in the NFL. Packers. Treatment of families, a C+. Now, that's mostly because they don't have, during game days, daycare for the kids. Tucker Kraft is, one of the guys complaining about a C+. Home game field. Lambeau Field, the home game, the turf, the field. A C+. Players saying that it's kind of unpredictable, a little slippery. Don't care for it. That's weird to hear people say that about Lambeau Field, a C+. What else we got here? Here's the food dining area has taken a little dive. That was a B+. The nutritionist and dietitian, that has gone down. That's a B. Locker room, they just redid those. That's an A. Training room and training staff, a C. They are redoing those. Weight room, A-. Strength coaches, a B. Position coaches, B+. The offensive coordinator, the letter grade, a C. What does Adam Stenavich do? Isn't it Matt LaFleur's offense? Offensive coordinator, a C. A C. Again, my question still remains. What is it that Adam Stenavich, what does he do? Because Matt LaFleur, he's the one that it's his offense. He's the one that calls the shots. So Adam Stenavich, again, is a C. Maybe people don't, I don't know. Defensive coordinator, that was Jeff Hafley, an A-. Again, he's got the gift of gab. Not a wrinkle on his forehead. Here you go. Rich Bisaccia, who 38 days after the season ended, Rich Bisaccia just said, you know what? I'm going to search elsewhere. I'm going to find opportunities outside of Green Bay. I'll see you later. The special teams coordinator has voted on the players. Rich Bisaccia got a B+. B+. No, he's always been told and viewed as a player's coach, a really good guy. Adam Stenavich, the OC, a C. Rich Bisaccia, no longer here, a B+. Jeff Hafley, no longer here, an A-. Team travel, a B-. Head coach, Matt LaFleur, a B-. And this is dipping for LaFleur. This is going down for Matthew. Last year, he was an A- grade. This year, a B-. This is maybe the most alarming of drops here. Only 6 head coaches graded out worse than a B, and Matt LaFleur was one of them. And 4 of the 5 others, they were fired. LaFleur got an extension. Let's see here. Many veteran players stood up for LaFleur publicly after the disappointing end of the season. Well, yeah, what else are they going to do? Of course you got to stand up for your head coach, because if he sticks around, if he's not fired, maybe you're up for something, you know. What you got to come to work every day after you lambaste your coach to the media afterwards? Say, yeah, this pretty boy over here doesn't know how to close a game. We lost 5 in a row. He cost us down the stretch here with his run, his terrible play calling in the second half. I'm not going to say that. So LaFleur went from an A- to a B-. Interesting. Again, only 6 head coaches graded out worse than a B. LaFleur won. 4 of the other 5 were fired. And little Matt got an extension. Brian Gutekunst, general manager, got a B+. Team ownership. Team ownership got an A-. Players that voted on this and gave out grades, aren't you kind of disparaging your fan base then? The fans are the owners. That should be an A+. Okay? That should be an A+. The Green Bay Packers, not good at taking care of families or kids on game day. Head coach dipping. Players not, and this was before the collapse. This was all voted. The voting stopped. The grading stopped by December 11th. Matt LaFleur fell, A- to a B-. He doesn't have a scapegoat anymore. Rich Bisaccia, which I was describing Rich as his last scapegoat that he had, he's gone. He's like, I'm not being a scapegoat anymore. I'm out of here, dude. You can't blame me for your woes when the axe man comes for you. Matt LaFleur no longer has a fall guy. I also think that's why, maybe Jeff Hafley got more of a pass than Joe Barry, because people were getting sick of Matt LaFleur. Jeff Hafley's defense, points per game, Jeff Hafley's defense compared to Joe Barry's defense in their last seasons with the Packers, Joe Barry gave up less points, his unit, by a small margin, but still gave up less points than Jeff Hafley's unit before he went away to Miami. People are getting sick and tired and done with Matt LaFleur, even though look like the players. He went from A- last year to a B- this year. And again, this was before the collapse. Matt LaFleur, and here I'll play something for you coming up about Matt LaFleur. Heard on one of the was it ESPN? I'll play it for you coming up. Matt LaFleur slipping. Oh, little Matt. All right, 608-321-1670 if you want to get involved. Easy to do so. Text it in or call it in. Goes to the same place. Who is the worst here? Packers slipping, and these are players doing this. These are players rating on this. Let's see. Underneath Matt LaFleur. Kevin Stefanski. Fired. He was the worst. Brian DeBall. Fired. Jim Harbaugh. Not. Pete Carroll. Fired. Brian Callahan. Fired. Then there's Matt LaFleur. Who's the best coach? Sean McVay. A+. Dan Quinn. A+. Ben Johnson with an A. Dan Campbell, A. There you go. We'll come right back.
Something else I don't understand, motivation tapes.
This is Over the Line.
Suddenly everybody needs to be motivated? It's a fairly simple thing. Either you want to do something or you don't.
On the Wisconsin Sports Zone Radio Network.
Over the Line will resume in 5 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 4 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 3 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 2 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 1 minute. Over the Line will resume in 30 seconds.
Buddy. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Yeah, looking at all the grades coming up for the NFL teams. Packers slipping. And that's by their own players. Slipping. Last year they were ranked 7th. Now this year, 21st. That's a huge slide. The Packers suffered the biggest drop in the rankings among NFL teams. And Matt LaFleur, where he falls for respect from his own players, every other coach around him besides one got fired. Look at that. Matt LaFleur got an extension. Silent Ed policy. Silent Ed. Well, I guess he didn't really say anything. Maybe just typed up a nice little, maybe a proxy. Go to Matt LaFleur and be like, hey, there you go. Our guy Tom in northern Wisconsin said, Matt LaFleur, more like LaChoke. Gets an F from me. Coyote Mike, all the way from Colorado. I just woke up. What did I miss? You missed a lot, Mike. But you did catch the end there about the grades. Coyote Mike said, yeah, the Adam Stenovich, the OC for the Packers, he got a C grade. And Coyote Mike said that grade is veiled criticism of Matt LaFleur and how he crumbled down the stretch. I can understand the Packers providing a child care center, but I think the players should be responsible for arranging their own child care help. Yeah, Packers got knocked, too, for not being family-friendly when it comes to, on game day, having a place for the kids to sit. Like a daycare, if you will. Now, you got a lot of money. Hire a babysitter. Get a nanny. Honestly, that's the last thing I've ever thought about when it comes to what people would care about. Where can the kids be? But I guess when you're a player and you got a family. I don't know, man. Interesting comments coming out of the talking heads about Matt LaFleur. I'll play that momentarily. The first line one. Good morning. Who do we got?
Hey, what's going on?
What's happening?
This is Todd.
Todd, where you been, bro? What's going on, Todd? It's been a minute.
Oh, I've been listening. I just haven't had much to say. But this, with all these coaches leaving, having to hire new coaches for the Packers, and now you hear this crap.
Mm-hmm.
LaFleur is a dirtbag. It almost makes you think we should have just got rid of him. And if you're hiring that many coaches, which maybe they didn't know it at the time, but they probably had a good idea they're going to lose quite a few.
Yeah.
Why not just start over?
Well, and then add Rich Bisaccia out of the blue leaving, who was the assistant head coach too, right? Just not the special teams coordinator, but the assistant head coach. Maybe he was sick of LaFleur's shtick as well. He's like, I'm out of here, dude.
Yeah. Maybe he wouldn't pluck his eyebrows for him or something. Hey, that dude was on earlier talking about Elvis, 100% correct. My girlfriend took me to the Elvis movie, 3 years ago, Austin Butler.
Yeah, that was I enjoyed that movie. It was a little artsy. It was I like that movie.
And then we went to the IMAX in Pittsburgh last week to watch this. It was out there first, and it was incredible. That guy. If you don't know Elvis, a lot of people got this image of Elvis that he's just, this whatever superstar. This really is. It's so cool to see.
So the movie is it called Epic? Elvis Presley in concert.
Yeah, and then there's nobody else talking. They've got some hidden. They found all this video in some vault in salt mines of Kansas or something.
Oh, really?
And this Baz, what's his name, Luhrmann?
Yeah, Baz Luhrmann.
He's the one that did the Elvis movie. Well, he found this stuff while he was doing research for the movie, so that he put this together.
Really? I'll have to check this out because I'm an Elvis man.
And
myself.
it is. Oh my God, that guy was, dude. He was so the charisma, the sex appeal, and the way he just treated everybody with respect too. He was, for the biggest star in the world, he's so humble, and it's cool to see that side of him. Plus his awesome performances on stage. You wouldn't believe. He was just, just incredible.
My favorite, what I want to do, I'm hungry right now for a peanut butter, banana, and bacon sandwich. That sounds awesome right now. But also, Todd, my favorite version of Elvis, I love when he's in that white with the gold stars jumpsuit with the big collar, and he's just sweating profusely with the big glasses on. That's my favorite version of Elvis. Out in Vegas doing this thing.
When he started in Vegas, the suits were one piece. They were made after karate outfits, actually, because he was a black belt in karate.
Yeah. In Madison, he stopped the two guys from fighting with his karate.
That's right. So these suits they're one piece, but he was, he didn't have an ounce of fat on him. The suits were cool. They weren't all gaudy at that point. And he moved like crazy. Mm-hmm. And the song Polk Salad Annie is unbelievable.
Yeah,
it's live. And there's a new album out. There's a new song out, too.
Really?
So to go along with it.
I'll have to check that out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sweet.
Yeah, man. Anyways,
Todd.
Heard that guy talking about it, and I thought, that somebody else has got some sense on the king.
I didn't realize that Elvis had a twin brother, but I think he died at childbirth, maybe, or something.
Died at birth.
Yeah.
Jesse Guerin.
Yeah. Hey, Todd. Last thing for you, man. You and I both love Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
The short list.
What's going on there?
The Vikings are keep being rumored for a landing spot for Rodgers. I hope it's the Steelers, but the Vikings, they keep talking about it.
I know. I heard that too, and I've got some buddies that somehow are Viking fans, and a couple of them are thinking it's cool, and a couple others like, no way, keep that guy away from here. But I don't know. It's quite the ordeal every year. It's kind of cool.
It's fun. And Todd, though, I struggle with this, and I have to ask you. I'm going to defer to you. If Rodgers is a Viking, does happen, how do we feel about this? Oh, the gremlins got you, Todd. The gremlins. I think big Vikings just cut you off, Todd. Todd, I think the Gremlins got you there, brother. TBD. TBD on that conversation. Well, next time you call in, I'll ask you again.
Got a little morphine. Give me a little hash, baby.
Hell yes.
Poke salad in it. Where is your fanny of?
Just give us a little listen, Todd. Give it a little listen here.
Yeah, Lord.
I'm digging the groove, I'll tell you that. All right, I got something from Chris Broussard. Said something about Matt LaFleur that made me raise an eyebrow. We'll play that coming up. Stick around.
Some of y'all never been down south too much. I'm gonna tell you a little story so that you'll understand what I'm talking about. Down there we have a plant that grows out in the woods and the fields, and it looks something like a turnip green. Everybody calls it poke salad. That's poke salad. Poke. Used to know a girl lived down there, and she'd go out in the evenings and she'd march a little bit. That's what she'd. Anyway, she'd go out and pick a mess of it. Don't make any sense, does it? Pick a mess of what? Carry it home and cook it for supper. Because that's about all they had to eat. But they did all right. Because that's about all they had to eat. But they did all right. 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 Down in Louisiana, where the alligators grow so mean, lived a girl that I swear to the world made the alligators look tame. Oh, Saturday, you got your granny. Everybody said it was a shame, y'all, 'cause the mama was working on the chain gang.
This is Over the Line.
I want you to be nice until it's time to not be nice.
On the Wisconsin Sports Zone Radio Network.
Over the Line will resume in 3 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 2 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 1 minute. Over the Line will resume in 30 seconds.
Welcome back in. And before we get to this LaFleur conundrum, it's falling in grades and respect of the players from his own team. And again, it was before the collapse, too. Gary Wolfel, polarizing guy, right? Especially when it comes to this Milwaukee Bucks talk. But I saw Gary Wolfel tweet this out. Quote, I'm hearing... This is a guy, Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel. We got some sources. He said, and I quote, I'm hearing the Packers want to retain Romeo Doubs, and Doubs wants to remain with the Packers. The veteran wide receiver will undoubtedly draw ample interest during free agency and will likely get an offer that exceeds the one he'll receive from the Packers. But I was told by some close to Doubs that he has a high regard for the Packers organization. Cherishes his friendship with star quarterback Jordan Love, whom he periodically trains with in Orange County, California, and the teams, and for the teams always being able to consistently make the playoffs. Gary Wolfel. There's a lot of mouths to feed in that wide receiver room. Matthew Golden needs touches. Matthew, that's first time in 22 years since Javon Walker, what was that, 21, 22 years? To draft a wide receiver. They did it, and then you kind of like never. Savion Williams was getting more run than Matthew Golden. Now that also goes to Matt LaFleur. Maybe it goes to Adam Stenavich. Stenavich got a C in those grades that were just released. Maybe Matthew Golden was like, Matt LaFleur, you're kind of pissing me off, but Stenavich, you're pissing me off more because I know I can talk smack about Stenavich. Because he really doesn't do anything compared to what my head coach Matt LaFleur does. The offense is Matt LaFleur's baby. What is Adam Stenavich? I know in title he's the OC, but that's what Matt LaFleur does. I know what he could do. I know. Rich Bisaccia is gone, right? He is. Rich Bisaccia, the special teams coordinator. And what was his other title? Assistant head coach. Adam Stenavich, we don't give him assistant head coach. No. That's not where I'm going with this. We give him the title of assistant to the head coach. See what I'm doing here? Not assistant head coach. You're the assistant to the head coach. Because Matt LaFleur, the offense is, that's what he does. That's what he runs. It's his baby. Maybe Adam Stenavich, who we're wondering what you do, maybe the assistant to the head coach, you can get the appointments for the eyebrows, for the fade on the hair. Get that beard all perfectly lined up and manscaped. I think that book his flights to go anywhere else but Green Bay to give press conferences about things. Assistant to the head coach. People want to freak out about the assistant head coach being gone. Well, LaFleur needs an assistant to the head coach. There's a difference here. Subtle. Well, there's differences. But back to the wide receivers here. Romeo Doubs, is he coming back? He was on Radio Row for the Super Bowl, and he was talking, I forget the podcast, But he was talking about how much he loves Green Bay, wants to stay in Green Bay, but he also knows the nature of the business. There's no loyalty in the NFL. I mean, hell, look what they did to Brett Favre. Look what they did to Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers was like, hey, I need to go work on my mental health, which mental health that's what everyone talks about. Mental health this, mental health that. Then when a guy goes and works on his mental health, they want to drag him through the mud like Rodgers did. He goes, hey, these ayahuasca retreats, it's amazing for your mind. It's amazing for your body, but mind first. This darkness retreat I'm going to go on, amazing for your mind and resetting. And then when he goes and does it, everyone wants to call him a weirdo, despite they're the same people that talk about how important mental health is. And then when Aaron Rodgers is in his darkness retreat, Brian Gutekunst says, F you, dude. I'm trading your ass. There is no loyalty. Brett Favre didn't retire or didn't finish with the Packers. Aaron Rodgers didn't finish with the Packers. Peyton Manning. I mean, it's very rare that Michael Jordan, LeBron James. No loyalty, but Romeo Dobbs said he knows the nature of the beast, wants to remain a Packer allegedly. Well, Brian Gutekunst and the Packers keep it. Brian Gutekunst alluded to it, said, yeah. All right, WKTY, we love you guys. We'll see you on Monday. Everyone else will continue on. I got an interesting Matt LaFleur thing I found. We'll come right back. 608-321-1670. Want to get involved.
This is a Wisconsin Sports Zone update.
Well, the Badgers are looking for a bounce-back win that's after falling to Oregon in the start of their West Coast road trip due to cold shooting, turnovers, and lack of cohesion on defense. Here's more from head coach Greg Gard.
More importantly, I think just the defensive end, specifically the second half, we were as discombobulated as I've seen us in a while. And credit Oregon for, they hit some tough shots, hit some shot clock shots, but I thought we were not as connected as we had been in a while, and I got to look through the tape and figure out why.
Badgers will now stay out west to take on Washington tomorrow night. The Huskies are 14-14 on the year, sitting in 12th place of the Big Ten, coming off a road win against Rutgers. This will be Wisconsin's first trip to Seattle to face Washington since 1955. Tip, that's on Saturday at 3. Turning to the Bucks, they've won 8 out of their last 10, including beating the Cleveland Cavaliers Wednesday night. Milwaukee currently sits 11th in the East and will welcome in the Knicks tonight to the Fiserv for a 7 o'clock tip.
For nearly 40 years, ABC of Wisconsin has been helping men and women transform themselves into well-paid, productive members of their construction teams. Today, we have 2,000 active apprentices in 10 different skilled trade programs, and we educate individuals in more trades than anyone else. To get your career started, go to buildyourcareerwi.org or just search online for ABC of Wisconsin.
Packers GM Brian Gutekunst says they would like to keep Romeo Dobbs in Green Bay. The wide receiver is set to be a free agent next month. Speaking in the NFL Combine earlier this week, Gutekunst said he'd love to have him back. It'd be a big part of the team if he is. Dobbs is ranked as the 6th best free agent wide receiver by The Athletic. Gutekunst also sent mixed messages about keeping or releasing defensive end Rashawn Gary. For the Wisconsin Sports Zone Network, I'm Ebo.
Play it safe? Nah.
You gotta fight for your right.
We don't abide by your rules. Sometimes it's okay to get unruly. This is Over the Line from the Alpine Liquor Studio. Alpine Liquors, Dane County's largest independently owned liquor store. Proudly serving DeForest and beyond.
All right, welcome back in. Gonna go down to Indianapolis momentarily here. We're checking with the big unit, Bill Michaels. But first, real quick here, 608-321-1670. Tommy, what's up, Tommy?
Hey, dude, what about our teams, man? The Brewers, I'm digging it. What about our badges, man? And what's this Rashawn Gary thing? Was he worth it after all? He was a first-round pick and all. Did that work out?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
How about the Brewers, man? You hear the lineup, and there's all these guys you don't know their name.
Well, it's spring training, Tom. They're letting, that's the Brewers, though. And then they come out and surprise you and win the NL Central. We love that.
Yeah, and terrain hit too. So we got some possibilities.
Hey, Tom, did you stay up? Did you stay up late the other night? It was a 10 o'clock tip in Oregon. Did you stay up?
I made it up to halftime, and it was within a point. And then I turned it on in the morning, and it turns out they're 14 points or something.
Yeah.
They really sucked it up. But you know what? They don't do the inside-out game enough. I swear it comes down to that.
It's only about three-pointers, Tommy. It's only about shooting the three.
Yeah, and, that's fine, but you got to kick out to get those. You can't just stand there and throw them with the big guys around the outside. Anyway, I love you, man.
Much love, Tommy. See you, buddy.
Bye-bye.
All the way down to Indy, our guy, the big unit. Bill, you there?
What's happening?
Hey, how's Indianapolis, man? And
It's good.
Tell
It's
us
good.
Tell us the adventures you guys been getting into.
Well, last night was interesting. Grant met his cousin. I didn't even know he had a cousin down here, but he's got a cousin down here, so he went out to dinner with him. Mike worked, and I ended up going out for a little while, and I hooked up with a couple of people with the NFL Network, and then, as all good things do, you get into a discussion as people begin to trickle in. We were having a cigar yesterday afternoon, and then went to Tony's dinner last night. And you start to run into scouts, and you're running into some of these guys from other teams. And, people were talking about some of the leaks that had came out about the NFLPA and their grading system. And because I wanted some perspective. So we started talking about that because it's really just an A, B, C, D, E, F thing.
Mm-hmm.
You get A, B, C, D, F. You get graded on that. That's how the players grade you. So what came out of the whole, Matt LaFleur and not respecting players and everything, all the guys are like, I don't know how it went from dropping a letter grade to it's not like you have a comment section to say, here's the reasons why. So they're thinking that maybe there was some liberties taken there. So I don't know, because I don't know what the sources are. I'm just kind of re-reporting yesterday on Twitter what was out there. But we got into this discussion, and they started talking about different teams, and obviously one of the guys was, I believe, a scout with the Raiders. And he was talking, and we were getting into the Max Crosby thing. And then it kind of shifted back. And I don't know if they did or didn't know who I was because they were talking very free about the Packers.
Well, good.
Okay?
Good. That's nice,
And it was really interesting because they said the Packers have no leadership. Because I asked, I said, well, they've got some veteran players, and the guy laughed, and he said, they're all veterans. They've been there, done that. But they don't have a leader. And so it became the discussion of, well, who should be your leader? Well, immediately I'm like, hey, Micah Parsons wasn't the guy. And the minute I mentioned Micah, they laughed.
Really?
And I said, well, he's not the same guy, at least on the outside and perceptually, that he was in Dallas. In Dallas, some people didn't want to play with him because they felt he wasn't all in. I said, he's been nothing but the epitome of, driving for success in Green Bay. And they said, well, see how long it lasts. I said, okay, I'll take that with a grain of salt. I mean, these are the guys that are in the business as opposed to what I am. So I said, okay, I'll listen to that. And then I said, well, what do you mean no leadership? What goes beyond that? He said, well, Michael went down. Who stepped up? Who's the guy that grabbed everybody by the face mask to say, let's go? And this was this discussion. And I said, well, Rashawn Gary put in a laugh. They said, Rashawn Gary, one guy looked at me and said, he grabs my arm. He says, Rashawn Gary didn't do blank.
Bill, remember when he said that? Rashawn, you could have left Rashawn Gary unblocked, untouched, and he still wouldn't have gotten to the quarterback.
And so I then said, we were talking about, the leads late in games. And he said, and that's where your leadership comes in. He said, somebody has to be able to take guys and say, we have to make a play. You have to find it. He said, we don't see any sideline action. We don't see anybody really in a huddle getting verbose and flamboyant when it comes to getting on guys. He said, that's leadership. He said, a lot of these guys, Xavier McKinney is very soft-spoken. He's a good player, but he's very soft-spoken. He's not that guy. You don't have that in, Micah wasn't there. You don't have it in Rashawn Gary because he doesn't walk the walk. Quay Walker's not that guy, and they all agree that he's been a vastly underachiever. They said, what would Green Bay want with him? What's he going to get on the open market? And one guy said, some stupid general manager who doesn't really study and read the books isn't going to know how much to pay this guy, and he's going to overpay for his services. And then we got to Jordan Love, and they said, Jordan Love leaves so many plays on the field, it isn't funny.
Really?
And I said, well, I don't know how he's being coached and this and that. And one guy said he's scared. The other guy said he doesn't have it in him. He's not Favre. He's not Rodgers. He's just a good quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
And they all said, look, you can win with him. You can win a Super Bowl with him. You can win with a good quarterback. But they said he's not a leader.
No, I was wondering this too, Bill, because I was talking about who's the leader of the Green? Jordan Love is not he's too silent. I don't know if he even leads by example. And then there's, I guess maybe Josh Jacobs. Would he be a leader? He's out there. He was on your show at the Super Bowl Radio Row trying to recruit wide receivers to come. He's doing something.
He couldn't get it going last year. It's tough to be the leader when you're ailing, and they all agreed that he was banged up. They said he'll start winding down, but they also said when we started because one guy said, well, he doesn't have the same first step. And the other guy was talking about the hips and this and that. And then finally the third guy chimes in and says, and don't forget, their offensive line is horse blank. I'm like, wow. Okay. They said Sean Ryan is overmatched. Banks was never that good. They went through the whole list. Rasheed Walker, they said, man, what they got out of Rasheed Walker at the left tackle for being a 7th-round draft choice is amazing. And they talked about Zach Tom. Zach Tom's a tough guy, very quiet, soft-spoken, really a good dude. But he was banged up, and then they said, Jordan Morgan, nobody really knows. Although the consensus seems to be that Jordan Morgan will end up being a pretty good left tackle. They think he's going to be a good left tackle, so at least there's some positive there. But and then it got to LaFleur because we were talking about the grades.
Yeah, here we go.
And he called him a fake hard ass.
Yeah, I can see that.
And I said, I'm kind of like, do you see? He said, no, guys say he's a fake hard ass. He gets hard, but they kind of. And they didn't go as far as to say, because I said, well, I kind of looked at Mike McDaniels that way. And they all laughed and said, yeah, Mike McDaniels not even in anybody's class. He
wears capris at practice. That's
right.
enough.
They all agreed. Mike McDaniels, very, very smart guy, very good offensive coordinator. But, the one guy even said, like the term we use, he said he's not a leader of men. Mm-hmm. They like Matt LaFleur. They think he's smart. But they said when Matt LaFleur has to get tough, guys don't take him serious.
Yeah, the only time he got tough, Bill, is when he tried to fight that Lions fan after the national anthem.
Right. So it was eye-opening. And this is, and again, this was, and some of it's paraphrasing, but the words that I used in, the vulgarity side of things, or alluded to, are all true. They came straight from these guys. And these are all guys that are here. They respect the hell out of Goody, what Goody's trying to do. Mm-hmm. And the one thing they said with Brian Gutekunst was some of the comments, I guess, that were made about consistency. Yeah, we need to be more consistent. There's people that need to make plays and this and that. And they said they were like right in there. That's the discussion for Jordan Love. They're like pointing. They're like, he needs to make more plays. Yeah. He needs to take it upon himself to make more plays. Now, the one thing is, they said, you can't always lay everything on the quarterback because the quarterback is the only player that needs help. He needs an offensive line. He needs a running game. He needs guys to catch. He's the only guy that actually needs help. Everybody else just has to do their job. Mm-hmm. The quarterback has to do other jobs. He's got to make sure that you're catching, you're throwing, getting the ball in the right area, handing it off, play faking, whatever. So they said he definitely needs some help. And he would, but they all agreed, if you get a better offensive line in front of him, that'll be one of the best offenses in football.
Bill,
so it was eye-opening last night.
I bet it was.
An insider's look.
I'm glad. Yeah. Were they a couple drinks in, a couple stogies and drinks in? Was it the truth serum?
It was. I think I had one martini at that point, one chocolate martini, and then a beer, and I think one of the other guys had they were drinking old fashions, by the way.
The truth serum. No, let me ask you.
They were drinking old fashions.
Did you guys did they say anything about Rich Bisaccia? Because isn't it bizarre that 38 days after the season ends, then Rich Bisaccia says, I'm out of here?
Well, the one guy who was, like I said, I believe he was a scout with the Raiders. He loved Rich. He just mentioned Rich. He said it's the same shame it didn't work out for Rich, and Rich is leaving. Rich really, he did allude to the fact that Rich, if he's not successful, he really takes it hard. Mm-hmm. He feels like he lets people down. Mm-hmm. So, and I said, okay, I can really respect that. It didn't seem like anybody had anything negative to say because of that. But it was eye opening last night to listen to guys that are on the inside give you the perspective of the Packers, because they all agree it's a good team. It's a pretty good roster, but there's some areas where they believe the secondary is terrible and the offensive line is terrible, and that team does not have offensive and defensive true leaders.
I think it feels stale. Like the Green Bay Packers feel stale. That's what it feels like to me.
Yeah.
Running the same crap back, with Matt LaFleur, and we'll see what happens with Gannon and the new special teams coordinator. It just feels stale. That's all it feels to me.
Right.
Hey, anything else out of the sights and sounds of Indy? Grant Bill's on his best behavior. Mike Clemens on his best behavior.
Mike gave us all a show today. We were downstairs because today's pack-up day, so we're packing up the house and cleaning up the house before we leave. And you hear, Mike stumble down the stairs, and there you go. Mike's in a oversized, stretched-out, old sleeping T-shirt and a pair of whitey tighties that are not tight, and just walking around the house. There's the appetizer you didn't need this morning.
It's like the straight to VHS version of Risky Business or something.
That's exactly right. But everybody in Risky Business aged.
Well, Bill, we'll check you out 10 to 2, man. Thanks for checking out. Thanks for the insight, too, about that, man.
Absolutely. Yeah, we're going to talk about it today.
All right, brother. Much love, Bill. Have fun.
All right, buddy.
That's
See
it.
ya.
Bill Michaels right there all the way down in Indy. Suppose I didn't need that mental image of Mike Clemens. 608-321-1670, line 1. Good morning.
Good morning, Ebo.
Vagabond. What's up, Johnny?
How we looking?
Large and in charge, baby. How are you?
We're flying. It's Friday. It's headed down the old Highway 51 and hitting the silver streets of Hurley tonight. So we are.
What brings you to Hurley besides the strip clubs?
Well, my parents, for one. But
yeah. Not if you're not going to see them at the club, are you?
No.
Oh,
well,
okay.
I don't know. Mom, I guess Mama Vagabond will get after it once in a while. She's been known.
Not to go out and drink, not to perform, right?
Well, yeah. Anyways, Ebo, how we doing? Happy Friday.
Yeah, happy Friday, man. Happy Friday. What's going on?
Now, one of the craziest stories from childhood that just kind of reminded me. My mom likes to get after it, right? She would fit in at Gregapalooza, no problem, right? She's at the beach she does this thing called Wild Women's Weekend.
Mm-hmm.
And she's at the beach with 40 of her. At this point, they're probably, 38 to 45 is probably the range. I was a pretty young kid at the time.
Yeah.
And all of them, midday, Lake Superior Beach, right? Not super crowded, but certainly people around decide, they're all hammered. They bike, they ride their bicycles out there. They bar hop along the way, and they get to the beach. If you haven't been to the sandy beaches of Saxon Harbor up in Lake Superior, one of the best beaches in the world, hidden secret, more so even than the Brule River. But anyway, so these 40 women that are just hammered on the beach, middle of July, just decide to go skinny dipping. And so I show up to my, I think I was maybe in first or second grade classroom the next day.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And my buddy comes over to me from the, right off the bus, right? He goes, I saw your mom's tits yesterday.
No.
I'm like,
How do you recover from that? How do you come back from that?
Yeah, I don't know. Probably should have just responded, me too. Anyways, no.
I saw you running. Oh, no. Hey.
Along with 40 others.
Which one was his favorite? Your mom's?
yeah, exactly.
Vagabond, is that a traumatic experience, or have you needed therapy over that, or you've gotten over it?
No, definitely got used to it. Right, that was definitely not the only occurrence of shenanigans. But when you're wondering, man, how is this guy still going on another double tall whiskey diet, and why is this guy just absolutely dancing like a fool in the corner? Yeah, I got that from my mom.
Yeah, I'm no offense, Vagabond, but I'm looking on Facebook right now to find a picture of your mom.
Oh boy. Well, now it got weird.
I'm just messing with you. I don't know. Oh, there you are. No, I'm not messing with you. No, I'm looking. Hey, buddy. I always forget how to spell your last name, but I just figured it out again. All right, we're good.
There's a lot of W's and E's and Z's and C's mixed in
what
there.
Are you Polish? Yeah, Polish.
Oh yeah. Anytime you see a WICZ at the end, that is, or CYZ. That's Polish. Hey, that was an interesting conversation with Bill. I think, like, over the last couple of months, we've had a lot of conversations about LaFleur, right, throughout the 5-game losing streak. Before that, I'll hand up admit, like, oh man, this guy was kind of really turning things around. But the way that the season just kind of like started to slip away from him, and pre-Micah Parsons' injury, by the way, you can kind of go even back to like the Browns game and the Cowboys game. We've always had these thoughts about Matt LaFleur, and for me, I guess it's a little vindicating to hear. When I made the joke, probably 2.5, 3 years ago at this point, that Matt LaFleur couldn't stand at a urinal next to Dan Campbell, right? Like there's just no way he's going to be able to whip it out and get done what he needs to get done. I think everything Bill just said kind of like vindicates that, right? Like he is a fake tough guy, and being put in a position of head coach. And I'm not going to feel bad for the guy, right? Because he makes these millions of dollars.
Yeah.
But like we saw this years ago, and it's not, I put the joke out there, but that day that you had it going, I think the entire calling base was putting out jokes about Matt LaFleur, right? So you and this show and the listener group, we've been on this for a long time. It's good to see that Big J journalists like Pete Bukowski are starting to get on it. Big J journalists like Bill Michaels, right? They're starting to get on it. Is Bill Big J? I don't know.
I don't think Bill would consider himself a journalist. I'm an entertainer. Bill's a unit, the big unit. That's what he is. He's the unit. But these Big J journalists like the Peter Bukakis and all that stuff. These guys will carry water for them as long as they can. I do this for a living. I'm smarter than you. I know more than you. Actually, you don't, because we've been on this. I've been on this since 2021 when Matt LaFleur ripped the ball away from Aaron Rodgers and gave it back to Tom Brady in an NFC Championship game for a field goal. I'm like, this guy's soft. I'm done with LaFleur.
Yep.
Yeah. And finally they're catching on. It's about time.
Yeah, it's catching on. And when you see Rich Bisaccia leave, right, and it's like, oh, why is he leaving? All this stuff. We were kind of on it saying, I think there's a lot more to do with him not believing in the organization and not getting the resources that he needed to do his job well than it is to do with, anything else outside of that. But, hey, I'll leave you with this. I was talking with a Jets fan, and we were going over draft scenarios.
They have fans.
The Jets have the number 2 overall pick. The QB class is not looking great in terms of top talent, kind of deep, but not top heavy is what everybody's saying. And they're not going to trade up for Mendoza because they need those resources to plug all the other Jets holes. So I have a scenario for you, Evo.
I'm listening.
This could be crazy. Does Aaron Rodgers want to play another season?
It seems like an answer is coming sooner than later, and I hope so, yes.
Do you think he's going to stick it out in Steelerland, or do you think he's open to moving if there's the right team with a couple of star players that could put together a star roster?
I personally want to see him with Big Mike in the Steelers, but are you alluding to a different team of a state that you reside in now?
No. Oh. Here's what we do, right? You trade Jordan Love to the Jets for their 2nd overall pick. You use that pick to grab one of those defensive monsters from Ohio State or one of the other guys to plug up the middle. You spend their Jets' 2nd-round pick on a corner. You bring in Aaron Rodgers somehow, some way, and you have Aaron Rodgers and Malik Willis, a dual-threat system. Ooh. One's mobile, one's not. Matt LaFleur's got all the chess pieces to pull out that he could ever ask for. You can have both of them on the field at the same time, Malik in the backfield, run a dual system, but you absolutely steal, 4 or 5 picks from the Jets? Yeah. I don't care what they are. Give me their first this year. Give me their second this year. After that, I don't care what it is. But you solve a Jets problem, and you bring back Aaron Rodgers for one last hurrah. After this season, the world collectively moves. If it works, they get ingrained into the history of the universe. If it fails, we all collectively move on from Matt LaFleur and Aaron Rodgers, and we start a new chapter.
Now, here's the one caveat with that. I think if that was as wild as it is, if that has to work, did you bring up Brian Gutekunst in that scenario at all?
No, but if it works, I'm going to build that man a statue in my backyard.
Aaron Rodgers absolutely hates Brian Gutekunst. I think for this to work, there would need to be some kind of either a come to Jesus sit-down meeting or Goody's got to be shipped out somewhere because Rogers will never come back as long as Gutekunst is there, which is crazy because he'd have to be the one pulling the strings.
I just need Gutekunst to go to him with a box
like
of
an
mushrooms,
olive branch,
probably from
an ayahuasca branch.
Yeah. Just go get drugs, or who's the guy that brings meat from Colorado? We
drugs.
just need that. We need that guy to make a deal, a peacekeeping mission here between Gutekunst and Rogers for this scenario to work out. But no, I thought that was a fun idea. I'm all in on the idea of trading Jordan Love for 5 draft picks because, like the conversations everybody else has been having in the combine this year, you look at this Packers team, they're just going to run it back with the exact same thing. With Micah Parsons coming off a torn ACL, guess what? That's not guaranteed he's going to come back 100% at any point next season.
Yeah.
And I'm like, shake things up. Sports are entertainment. Sports are fun. Think about something crazy. No, we're just going to keep our cards close to the chest and go get that 7th seed again next year. That's what's going to happen, but a man can dream.
Vegabond, I have 3 things for you. They're very quick, though. 3 things. Or maybe it's just 2. After going through many pictures on your Facebook, trying to find your mom, which I did, by the way, I did stumble upon this. How long have you been with your now wife? I found one from 2016. Have you been with her for 10 years now?
Yeah, we joined the cheerleading team together in 2014. It was a 2-year sales cycle. Don't ask me at my close ratio. We got to 2016 is when we officially started dating, and now we're 10 years. 4th of July this year will be 10 years.
Wow. Well, congrats. Yeah, I saw the picture of you and her. It's 2016. Decade. Let's go. And then Tom in northern Wisconsin says, who is John going to Hurley? I'm from Saxon, said Tom in northern Wisconsin. You're just going home, right?
Yeah, I'm going home. Yeah. I probably know Tom. If Tom's from Saxon, the Rowe family, Tyler Rowe up there, technically from Gurney. Understand it's a suburb of Saxon, right? Mm-hmm. Technically from Gurney. He's the one that came to me in my first grade classroom and said, "Hey, buddy, we saw some things." So, Tom in Saxon, that one's for you. And if you guys are, I'm trying to think of the bar. Shoot, there's a bar right on the corner out there. He'll probably text me back in.
I'm curious on this. Since Hurley is they're like the strip capital club of the world, do locals work there? And if it's like your cousin or something, do you go and support? Are you like, hey, go get them tonight, I'll be in or is that weird?
So just for context, right, I had my 10-year class reunion, was that 2022 during the summer?
Yeah.
We went down there, and if you haven't been, Silver Street is iconic. It's like one of the iconic bar streets in Silver Street. It's got, at its heyday, its peak, it had more bars on it than State Street, right? And it's a town of 2,000 people. So you had 40 bars at one point within walkable, kind of a central location, and consider walkable 20-minute walk or whatever.
I'm looking at pictures right now. Incredible.
Nowadays, there's I know there's a couple of listeners that'll understand this, but nowadays there's probably 15 bars, start to finish. And not including the 6 strip clubs that are at the end.
6.
And if you look into the history, it was a city built for mining and then kind of taken over by the mob. And that's when you had a lot of those clubs built in. So you had a lot of immigrants coming over, excited to go dig underground for the mines in and around the Iron County. And you had all the entertainment built up. And fast forward to modern days, to answer your question, the class reunion started at the top of Silver Street, and you always make it to what's known as the lower block. And so we had to go visit a couple of classmates that were on shift down there too. So
Tails and Trails.
Yep, there's one of them. They're always kind of changing names.
Full Moon Saloon, I assume, is one.
Full Moon Saloon's been there forever.
Club Sierra. Is that one?
Yep, that one's been there for a while.
Shooters.
Shooters has been there for a while.
These are all
one of them. I can't remember the name of one. That's where I got my my first paid gig as a drummer when I was 18.
Oh, I think it's your first paid gig as a dancer for a second there.
No, that was in Madison.
Always a pleasure, Vagabond. That's all. Which one? If I were to go up to Hurley, which one would you recommend? Trails and Tails, Full Moon, Club Sierra, Shooters, Silver Dollar?
You're thinking about it wrong, Evo. They are door to door, right? And the crowds are never that extreme. They are side-by-side establishments. You go down for a week. You plan to start drinking about 3 or 4 o'clock at the latest. You start up top. You maybe get dinner at the Iron Nugget. And then you make your way down and you just do the bar crawl. It is a city that is built for a bar crawl, don't tie yourself to any one establishment. Just pop in and, check out what's going on in there and decide whether you want to stay or kind of move on. So anybody going to Hurley, that would be my recommendation.
I love it, Vegaman. Thank you for the recommendations. And one day I would like to go up there and experience it with you. All right.
Yeah, maybe we'll do a reverse Gregapalooza or, whatever 6 months from March is, sometime in September. We'll figure it out on a bye week.
Hey, and if no one said it to you, I'd like to officially say it. I'm sorry that in first grade a kid had to come up to you and said, hey, I saw your mom's tits. I'm sorry about that, buddy.
I like to think, Evo, it's contributed to the man I am today, right? No fear. No, put it out there. No ego.
Much love, Vega. Have a good weekend, brother.
Hey, man.
See ya. It's got to be a personal nightmare. Hey, yeah, I was at the beach the other day. You know what I saw? Your mom in the buff. In first grade. That's the height of your mom jokes, too. It's got to be a nightmare. That's the height. That's when you're just getting into joking. That's your mom jokes. Yeah, your mom. All right, phone calls. Hang on. I got to take a break. We'll be right back.
This is Over the Line.
It's also illegal. It's not illegal. It's frowned upon.
On the Wisconsin Sports Zone Radio Network.
Over the Line will resume in 3 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 2 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 1 minute. Over the Line will resume in 30 seconds.
TGIF. How was that last segment? Bill Michaels and Vagabond John. Bill Michaels talking about how meeting with some, having dinner with some scouts, some drinks with some scouts, and with the combine, and they just openly talking about how Matt LaFleur is, what'd Bill say? Like a fake leader, a fake tough guy? I think we all kind of knew that. I've seen him cry at halftime. Matt LaFleur. I've been done with little Matt for years. And Vagabond, I did get the last name from Tom in northern Wisconsin. I will pass it along to you to see if you know him. I will relay that message, Tom. I think what we got to do. So Gregapalooza's coming up here in Appleton on March 20th. Any and all are welcome. I do the show there, and then we just party for the opening round of March Madness. And it's a whirlwind. Everyone is invited. All you got to do is ask me for the address, and I send you G-Dub's address, and off we go. I think what we need to do is a show live from Hurley on Silver Street. What time do the clubs open? I want to do here's what I want to do. Every hour, we're at a new club doing a show. The show. Let's see. There's what time do they open? Tails and Trails. Opens at 7 p.m. Well, that's not going to work for me. Full Moon Saloon, 7. That's not going to work. What about Club Sierra? Yeah, the only way this would work is if we have the early morning shift come in and they open. I don't know about that one. 608-321-1670. Line 1. Thanks for waiting on hold. Who do we got?
Hey, what's happening, bud?
Mississippi Drew. What's up, brother? How are you?
Oh, I'm well. How are you?
I'm fantastic. Someone is currently holding a dog outside of my studio window. There's a dog out there.
Nice. What kind?
It looks to be like a black lab. And no, I can't.
And they're holding it?
Well, it was standing on its hind legs. I don't.
Okay.
I have no idea what's going outside my window right now. Anyways, there was a dog, and then anyways, they're gone. Mississippi Drew, what's up, bro?
Oh, that's funny. Oh, not much. Got a bunch of different stuff from today's show that I could talk about.
Yeah, let's go. Run the gauntlet, baby.
Well, so as long as we're talking about just crazy stuff that could never actually happen, but we wish it would.
Mm-hmm.
If we could find some way of bringing in Joe Burrow, you plug Joe Burrow, the leader he is, into that team, and maybe even, well, see, that's the thing, though. I already said my statement about Matt LaFleur. Like, I just don't think Matt LaFleur can go to the Super Bowl. I don't think he's set up for it.
I don't think he can either.
If he could, it would have to be with some crazy, awesome quarterback, right? Like strong-minded, independent quarterback, like a Joe Burrow, like an Aaron Rodgers. That's the only prayer he's got.
Joe Burrow's always hurt, though. That's the one thing.
Yeah, that's true. But he's always had a garbage line.
Yeah, the offensive line has stuck.
And
You're right.
it would be an upgrade for him there. Mm-hmm. And I believe altogether his receiving core might be better, even though he doesn't have a number one like Burrow has in Cincinnati. Like, he's got a lot of number twos to choose from. So, I don't know. Other than that, like, I've always liked, like, the crazy, plucky grit of the cat down in Florida that took Brady's spot.
What?
Baker Mayfield.
Oh, Baker Mayfield.
Baker
Yeah. I was like,
yeah.
Baker
Like,
Mayfield. He's a dog.
Yeah, he is, and he's another guy with the right mentality. I don't know that he would have the guts, though, quite enough to, like, just disregard what LaFleur's saying and call his own stuff. Like, I don't know if he's quite there yet, but yeah. So those would be two I think you could plug in that who knows.
Sure. Yeah.
Other than that, I got a movie review, which I've never done before.
Yeah, sure. What'd you see?
So on the plane, I did, and luckily the kids slept, so I actually had a chance to watch it.
Nice.
I watched that One Battle After Another.
Oh, how was that? Was that one of Leo?
Yeah. It was surprisingly good.
Oh.
It was surprisingly good. Like, it's a little bit cartoony in like their portrayal of. Well, I don't want to give too much away because it's like a newish movie, but it's really good. Sean Penn's really good in it. He's super like freaky and just nuts. And then DiCaprio, of all things, is kind of like actually, in a way, he's really funny in this movie. It's good. I recommend it. I definitely recommend it. There's a part for sure where he's running away during this protest, and just the way he does it's pretty great.
I'll
pretty
check
great.
it out.
Hard to
It's
explain
on
without
HBO. It's
wanting
on
to ruin
Max.
it.
It's on HBO Max, so I have that. So I'll check it out. I'll go
Yeah,
watch that.
it's good. It's good. And then Benicio del Toro's in it for a little bit. He's pretty good, but he doesn't have a big role really.
Okay, yeah, I'll check it out. I've been meaning to watch that. I've been jamming through Mad Men right now, so I got that on the brain. So.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anything else, Drew?
No, not much.
brother.
Just guess who never owned an Alexa to begin with?
You're cutting edge.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never wanted one. My wife got one, and then I read all this stuff. And we're not doing this.
Here's the problem. Like, and don't get me wrong. I'm glad you guys are all getting on the band.
I've been on this forever, dude.
It's better than never, right?
I've been on this forever.
But you guys did already vote with your dollars, right? And you
Amazon.
You made these guys more rich and more like, oh, we can push this on everybody because people want it. They want to be like this. So try not to do that in the future, everybody. Okay, like think ahead, think about who really owns this data, what they're going to do with it. Do you really want that for yourself and for your family?
What do you think of like 23andMe and the ancestry stuff, where you go and send your like a DNA stuff? That the company sold all that to China. Now China owns all of your.
Right, and the funny thing is, if you really think about that, like these companies should be paying you to take their test. Like it's just crazy.
I saw someone they like sent DNA from like a lizard, and then it came back saying like it's from like you're from Scandinavia with parts from here and parts from there. It's like, well, it was a lizard actually, not a human.
That's hilarious.
Or it's a lizard person. Drew, we love you, buddy. Have a good weekend. All right?
Love you too.
That's it.
All right, you too. Later.
All right, real quick before the long break, line 2, good morning.
What's
Matt in the darkness. What's up, buddy? What's going on?
Not a lot, just preparing for the weekend, I suppose.
What's on the agenda?
Not sure. College basketball gauntlets. Visit the parents, maybe.
Not a boy.
Maybe go to the Mitchell Park. Is it still the Mitchell Park Domes in Milwaukee?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
You ever been to the Domes?
You ever gotten dome? Yes.
Well, yeah, but yeah, Steve-Off. I mean, there has been a lot of off-topic things.
Yeah, I'm talking about Mitchell Park Domes, bro. Come on, of course.
Yeah, if we really retrace our childhood.
It's beautiful in there.
Yeah. Well, it's like the Old Brick Botanical Conservancy, except there's 3 of them. There's a desert one, so I don't know.
Those are cool. It's really cool. Yeah.
Yes, but otherwise, we do have Bucky bounce back needs to happen.
Yes, sir.
And not to lose this game to Washington. I don't know. I need to figure out what the hell I'm doing with this Brewers MLB.Brewers.scam, whatever the hell it is this year.
Sure.
I'd like to maybe view a spring training game on television if it's being broadcasted.
I think
or
8 of them, if I recall correctly, 8 of them were going to be for free. Don't quote me on that, though.
Yeah.
I'll have to go look. No, but speaking of, the Brewers got the World Series incoming now. They've won again in spring training. That's 2 in a row.
Yeah. And Tyler Black is hitting .727 on the year.
Your future World Series MVP.
Yes, he's leading. Oh, sorry, .667.
You're still your future World Series MVP?
There is a gentleman named T.J. Rumfeld is leading spring training with 3 home runs. He's 6'5", 225 pounds on the Colorado Rockies.
Too tall to be a Brewer, but yeah, 6'5". Yeah.
That's exciting news. Yeah, just got to see the Badgers win.
That's it, baby. That's all we need. That's all we need. Matt.
Yep. 23 hours ago, they're projected as an 8.
8. No, Matt LaFleur's in the locker room. They'll be a 7 seed. Mark my words.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Brother. Have a good weekend, man. Much love. Enjoy the Dome.
Sweet.
All right, now phone calls. You gotta hang up. I'm pretty late for the long break. Sorry.
I don't want to leave you on the phone.
So welcome right back.
I don't want to leave you on the phone. I don't want to go out, just so you know. I don't want to leave you on the phone. Days go by and I'm still high, but you know I'm thinking about you. Corns turn brown, leaves fall to the ground. It's a sound that reminds me of you. I don't want to leave you on the phone. I don't want to leave you on the phone. I don't want to go out, just so you know. I don't want to leave you on the phone. No telephone to call you at home. I'm alone on the throne. Go get something, hey, thanks for nothing. I'll keep trucking and getting myself stoned. I don't want to leave you.
Rule number 1, there are no rules.
This is Over the Line on the Wisconsin Sports Zone Radio Network.
Over the Line will resume in 5 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 4 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 3 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 2 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 1 minute. Over the Line will resume in 30 seconds.
All right, welcome back in. A little quickie right here. Final segment coming up. I gotta say, Mason Reiger, he's down there for the Badgers, so is Vinny Anthony. What do you want, a 4.76, 4.78, something like that for his 40-yard dash? If you were just to take a quick look at Mason Reiger and the mustache that he has, how do I want to describe this? There's two individuals that wore this mustache. I'll go with this one. He looks like Charlie Chaplin. Charlie Chaplin. You know the mustache I'm talking about? Just at a distance. You'd be like, what? What kind of mustache is that? Oh, is he going for Charlie Chaplin there? I won't go the other guy. But then you take a little closer of a look, and it's a full stash. It's not in the middle there. It's not just in the middle. He just can't grow the greatest of a full mustache. And this comes from a guy that can't grow a mustache at all. I'm just saying, if you quickly looked at Mason Reiger at the combine for the Badgers, if it was a quick glance from a distance, you thought maybe he got into World War II a little too much. Or he loved silent films a little too much with Charlie. But that's not the case. When you squint your eyes and look a little further into it, it's just poorly. It grows out poorly, you know. But that's all for Mason Reiger. But yeah, the combine underway. Bill Michaels, those guys, last day today, and then they're coming back to the beautiful state of Wisconsin, obviously. All right, 608-321-1670. Call in, text in. Z and the D text in, called intern Austin a schmuck, because when I said Jordan Love traded to the Jets, people called me obscenities. Vagabond John said that no one's going to say anything to him. Come on, man. And I said, Z, I would never call you the name that you referred to me calling you as. But Austin did? Well, go kick him. Go kick his ass then. He's like a little dweeb. You got him. All right. I just wanted to make that clear on Mason Reiger. Not a Charlie Chaplin mustache. It's just doesn't grow in the greatest. Okay? All right, so there you go. All right, we'll take a little break here. Final segment coming up next.
Like a blizzard in Georgia, or a train running late. I call out your name, girl, in the heat of the night, and nobody answers, 'cause something ain't right. Here we go. I'm riding at midnight and crossing the line, from the rain in my windshield and the tears in my eyes. Now the bedroom is empty and I spent my last dime, and the lovers are leaving. I got nothing but time. I got...
You want to make an omelet, you got to break some eggs.
This is Over the Line on the Wisconsin Sports Zone Radio Network.
Over the Line will resume in 3 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 2 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 1 minute. Over the Line will resume in 30 seconds.
All right, welcome back. Happy Friday, everyone. TGIF. I hope you're having a great week and an even better weekend coming up. And we'll do it again on Monday, as we always do. Any day you're not pushing daisies, though, a good day. It's snow next week. final day for Bill Michaels, Grant Bills, Mike Clemens down at the Combine. Excited for those boys to get back. And other than that, we're just looking for the Badgers to bounce back tomorrow against Washington. Not doing the greatest on the West Coast. We'll see what happens. Badgers need that win. Hit your threes. Don't turn the ball over. Defense, what comes and goes, whatever. Hit your threes. And don't turn the ball over like 12 total and 9 in the second half like you did last game. I'm all in though. Nick Boyd, another 20-point performance, 20-plus point performance. Lock in, baby. Other than that, we're just kind of enjoy your weekend, my friends. See you Monday. Deuces.